Begins. The referee tonight is Sunit Chakia, who was the referee, believe it or not, in the new camp for the second leg of that semi-final back in 2012. So if Chelsea are looking for omens, they'll hope that's one there with the Turkish referee. Chelsea, blue shirts, blue shorts with a white trim, white socks. Chelsea in the first half playing from right to left as we look towards the shed stand to our left.
I do not want anyone disturbing me.
Barcelona,
do not disturb.
One match in all competitions.
I'm heading do not disturb.
And that was in the first leg of the Spanish Cup quarter-final when Barcelona eventually progressed anyway and are now in the final of that competition. So it's a daunting prospect, Andy Townsend, for Chelsea over these two matches.
It certainly is, John. Really looking forward to how the home team attack this. Obviously you play with an element of caution against such a quality team, but you've got to be positive when you get the opportunity to get forward. Barca have set up with a back four across the middle of the park. Paulinho from his Tottenham days will remember him. He's playing slightly off the right side. Iniesta slightly off the left, with Rakitic and Busquets in the middle of the park. And then, of course, the two magnificent strike pairing that they have in Luis Suarez and Leo Messi. We'll see how they fare. But it's a fantastic contest in prospect, this.
And let's just
remind
people, for anyone who's just tuned in,
Barnsley
has never scored.
It's losing 1-0 against Burton right now.
Exactly 11 hours of football, 8 matches. He's never scored against Chelsea. So, Messi, watching him with his orange number 10 on the back of his shirt.
Barnsley, you can beat them. You can beat Chelsea.
Suarez, the central striker, who we know so well too. But it is Barcelona. Since they won the ball back for the first time, I'm not sure Chelsea have had a touch. Iniesta has it on the left-hand side. Then gives it to Suarez, who gets it back, drops a shoulder. Little ball to Messi, 25 yards from goal. And then a touch back to Messi on the corner of the penalty area. Messi goes to the dead ball line, swings over across. There's no one there at the back post for Barcelona. Only Alonso, who has a great Real Madrid heritage. Marcus Alonso, back from injury, takes the ball down and concedes the throw. Yeah, already again. Messi dropping off the front line, just sitting in the middle of the park at times with those midfield players.
I think he's getting away. Oh, fuck, I'll say.
Right-hand side position where he can pick the ball up.
Pedro's given it away with a crossfield pass. That's dangerous. You mustn't do that against Barcelona. Lionel Messi in the area on the left-hand side. And Aston gets a huge cheer for a challenge and finds Willian with the clearance. Willian now breaking down the right-hand side for Chelsea. And then Busquets comes in, but the ball is rolled out towards Hazard on the far side of the field. And Barcelona are able to smuggle the ball back from Hazard. And we'll start again from the back. But what an excellent challenge from Azpilicueta on Messi inside the penalty area.
Yeah, it was a poor crossfield pass, wasn't it, that was cut out. Square ball, very dangerously played. If you're not careful, if you don't take great care of those square passes across the middle of the park, they get cut out and they find Messi, you're in trouble. Chelsea responded once they won the ball back. Willian showed he can get anybody
sorry.
for their money when he's not
Keep it still.
So it is Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. This is BBC 5 Live from Stamford Bridge. Quite a busy night elsewhere. We'll keep you across all of the scores. And in the Championship, big game at the bottom end of the table. Burton Albion, bottom of the table, have taken the lead at Barnsley. Jamie Allen scoring in the first minute. Rakitic had to be in there and put in the challenge on Hazard, but Hazard wins it back and plays it forward for Willian now with a run into the full-back position, but the covering challenge was there. And it is turned and cleared away, but only to Hazard, right side of the box, takes it down, plays it back out towards the far side, where Moses plays it infield, Fabregas, both Fabregas and Pedro exchanging passes against...
Come on, Barcelona, you can do this.
On the right flank. Willian pulls it back,
and they can beat Chelsea easily. Come on,
Barnsley.
Barcelona. Ah.
From Hazard from 25 yards. He saw a little slip on the top corner and he went for it with a powerful shot that whizzed over.
Yeah, Barca had everybody back behind the ball and they left Hazard about 24, 25 yards out. Almost on the corner of the 18-yard box. One touch, hits it with his left foot, hits it really well, but it's always just a bit...
Now what do you think who will win the fight between Chelsea and Barnsley? Like, Chelsea or Barcelona? Me? I think Barcelona would beat Chelsea easily. Because they got Messi and Suarez.
Here is Chelsea with the ball at the back, which is played by Moses to Courtois, who, with Barcelona pressing, plays it out to Rudiger in the left-back position. Alonso has to be careful, he's lost possession. Now Sergio Roberto, the right-back. Busquets with a pass that bounces off Pedro out of play for a throw. To Barcelona, just down to our right here. A fair-haired ball boy leans over the hoardings, but Sergio Roberto's got it, Andy.
Yeah, again, John, there. Very quick to win the ball back, Barca, by pressing early. Pressing very high. And actually, Chelsea doing the same.
Well, listen, that's exactly what Pedro did on his former teammate Busquets. Released Willian, who had 3 Barcelona players converging on him, and they fouled him, and it's a free kick in the middle of the half.
Yeah, Rakitic it is who ends up fouling and impeding Willian. The Chelsea man was speeding away from the Barca midfielder, and he gets upended, and Chelsea have a free kick right in the middle of the pitch, about, I'd say, a good 35, 40 yards out. Fabregas on it.
Fabregas to take the set piece. He played some wonderful passes here on Friday night when we were here for the commentary in the FA Cup, when he was almost given the run of the Stamford Bridge by Hull City in the first half. He was in the mood that night, and you would think he'd be very much in the mood against his former club. Fabregas with the free kick and into the edge of the penalty area, which is easily headed down and away by Busquets, and it bounces out of play on the far side.
That's a poor free kick, actually, that one from Fabregas. Just clip it up, far post. You know, Marcus Alonso, we've seen him time and time again in a blue shirt at Chelsea, where he gets in on that back post, he can finish it, the ball's at his feet. We know that he's got great quality, but he's a big guy for a wing back. He's a really tall man, and I would look for him. I would get people running up their central defenders out of the way. Let Marcus Alonso tack it at the back post against Sergio Roberto, and I know I fancy he'll win it.
I'm just watching, Andy, while you're talking there, the midfield and the way that it's lining up. Well, he has Moses on the right-hand side, but he's tackled well, and Barcelona have got it back. So I'm looking at Fabregas and Kante in there. As Chelsea win a throw-in on the far side of the field, and they're almost surrounded by the midfield 4 of Rakitic, Busquets, Iniesta and Paulinho. Is this a risk?
Well, they play so narrow. That's what Barca do. They play very narrow. Paulinho can't be effective if he's wide of 4, running up and down the touchline. It's not going to work for him, nor Andres Iniesta. His stage of his career, they play very, very narrow. That gives the opportunity for their fullbacks in possession to have all that room to really fly into.
Rudiger goes for a high, excellent pass out to the right-hand side to Moses, who takes it down and crosses into the penalty area. Willian got there with his left instep, played it into Busquets, and it's deflected behind for the first corner of the match to the home side, to Chelsea. It's 0-0.
And again, I think you saw there a narrow Barcelona midfield. When Rudiger switches that ball to Victor Moses, 40, 50 yards, Moses has a direct chance then to get at Jordi Alba. He crosses it and they force the corner.
It's been quite a feature, actually, hasn't it, with Rudiger in the starting
lineup
for
Chelsea. Scored 1-0 against Torquay
preparing to take this referee. Czechia is not happy with Rudiger.
Don't do that, Fona.
He's up for the set piece for Chelsea. Willian waits to take this. Up he comes, right-footed. It's a deep delivery of the back post. Rudiger heads it down and well wide, actually. But my goodness, he got up high for that
chance. It's actually Umtiti who picks him up. Rudiger just checks back. He just steals a yard on the Barca defender, but he just doesn't quite get his forehead on that one. It's more of a glancing header, and it's well wide.
Yeah, Umtiti just about did enough to recover. Here's Ter Stegen in his own 6-yard box. Pedro putting him under pressure. That's clearly part of this Conte plan this evening. Ter Stegen, who is so comfortable in possession, but clearly they are not looking to allow him time on the ball, the Barcelona goalkeeper. However, here goes Messi from the halfway line. Oh, he's past Rudiger as though he wasn't there. Plays the ball to the right side. The cross comes in from Paulinho, and then recovering Andreas Christensen with an uncertain first touch, but a very good second to clear it away. First real sign of Messi danger.
Yeah, it was
indeed. He picked the ball up about 2 or 3 yards inside his own half, and then just hit the floor, didn't he? Hit the throttle. Burst past 3 or 4 Rudiger, one of them. Into a 30-40-yard run before he
knocking it wide, the cross come in, and Christensen just
about
Barcelona to smother that.
You can do it. I believe you guys.
Tonight. We've brought you 4 days of FA Cup commentaries, which I think got more exciting as the 4 days went on. And the next 2 nights here at Stamford Bridge this evening, and tomorrow night our team is already in Seville to bring you Sevilla against Manchester United, and of course all of the Winter Olympics coverage and commentary over the course of the next few days as well. Messi gets the ball back from Busquets, but then there's a blue blanket on the edge of the Chelsea penalty area that snuffs Messi
guys,
out.
I'll go
Now
away.
the ball
Come back.
on the left-hand side, and it is played back by Jordi Alba towards Iniesta. Then Busquets goes back to Umtiti, the French international, near the halfway line. Good to hear the Catalan radio stations going centre with us, and I'm sure you can hear them over to our left-hand side. They're hearing their numbers, Andy. Yeah. I'm not sure how many there are of them. Here's Busquets, middle of the Chelsea half. He gives it to Sergio Roberto, the right back that can play right midfield. He's a winger actually at one stage. Now Messi, central area, can take him to close him down. Messi sees him coming, plays it towards Iniesta. Iniesta shapes the pass into the penalty area of Suarez. But Azpilicueta was able to step across and intercept and account for a throw to Chelsea. Chelsea sitting very deep when Barcelona had possession, when they had that what you call comfortable possession, perhaps 40 yards from goal. Chelsea sitting on the edge of that 18-yard box, not squeezing, not going after anyone, and that includes N'Golo Kante and Cesc Fabregas. They're also just sat in front of Christensen in the centre of that Chelsea defence, and they're just inevitably waiting for that little 1-2, that little clever pass, and then they want to go and smother that one, John. They don't want to get pulled out of position and allow those gaps and spaces for Suarez and Messi to take advantage of.
Busquets overhits a pass over the top that Courtois will allow to bounce through.
If you don't give them the space in behind, they have to be so accurate. Now they can be. We know they can be very good, but I think Chelsea, there's a reluctance so far from those defensive players to squeeze the ball. Hence the reason why when Chelsea turn the possession over, as they've just done there, they've got to counter very quickly and drag Barca back.
Nice from Alonso up to Hazard, then Pedro with a lovely touch. Now Azpilicueta, now it's Fabregas. Hair just a little longer now at this stage of the season. Fabregas sweeps a high pass to Hazard, who's out on the left-hand side. Hazard beats Paulinho, he's into the penalty area, he angles it to the near post, it's played back to him. Tries to lay it on for Fabregas on the edge of the area. And the referee spotted an infringement on the edge of the box. Free kick to Barcelona.
Another good switch of play there, John. What a clever switch of play.
Free kick to Barcelona.
Hazard drifted out into this left-hand position. When he picked the ball up, he's got Paulinho in front of him. Skipped past him with ease, got to the byline. Just couldn't find a blue shot.
Barcelona would try and score.
Nice. With Barcelona. And here's Pedro again, closing down Piqué and not giving Ter Stegen a moment, even though he's in his 6-yard box. Chelsea pressing Barcelona, and now Jordi Alba, the left back, who has had such a good season under their coach, Ernesto Valverde, who was born actually, Ernesto Valverde, just down in front of us in a thigh-length black overcoat. He was born over in western Spain, but very much grew up in the Basque country. Was at Athletic Bilbao for the previous 4 years and did very well there. But this, of course, is a different kettle of Spanish
equalise
being in charge
to make
of
it 1-1 against Sutton.
Here is Busquets in the centre circle. Chelsea
in
nil,
National League
Barcelona
and in League
BBC
1,
Five Live bringing the Champions
Shrewsbury
League.
1,
And
Gillingham 0
back to
in League 1.
Rakitic with the bleach blonde hair. Back to Paulinho, Brazilian international, former Tottenham man. Into Busquets in the centre circle, one of the great old stages of this Barcelona team.
Really? Don't go away, come back.
Number 5.
Please,
Here he is
come on,
again.
please, come back.
Playing it back into his own half to Umtiti. And Rakitic now to the right-hand side. And then back into his own half towards Piqué. Piqué in possession.
Interesting watching Chelsea without the ball, John. There's a reluctance, as I mentioned, to go after the ball unnecessarily. N'Golo Kante, his movement so far has all been lateral, 10 yards to his left, then to his right, trying to pick out Suarez, trying to find Messi to make sure that he denies the space into those two in particular.
Suarez has just dropped out to the left wing to receive possession. Really, so far, Barcelona have got so far, but no further. And Suarez is the out-and-out man up front. Thus far, hasn't seen an awful lot of the ball. Actually, just watching him now, putting his hands on his hips, as if to say, "Come on, I want the ball." Here's Messi back to the left-hand side, where Jordi Alba will take it on, and then Suarez drops it but Chelsea very tight on Suarez, went with him. The ball's cleared back out towards the left-hand side. Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. Still 0-0 between Bayern Munich and Besiktas. A quiet start to all of the games tonight in the Championship.
League
Just
1.
one goal Burton leading Barnsley. Here is Iniesta now, tries to take the pass to Messi. Oh, lovely touch from Messi. He controls it, plays it across, and it's headed right by Paulinho. 10 yards out, steered it wide of the left post as he looked. Should score. He should score that. Brilliant play from Messi again. The pass into Messi about 20 yards from Chelsea's goal was brilliant. He in turn picks his head up, he clips a fabulous little left-footed pass to the far post. And actually, in all fairness to Paulinho, it's one of those ones that he has to stand there and wait for it almost drop onto his head. Can't generate quite the power, certainly not the accuracy, but Barca should be in front there. That's a big chance, first big chance of the tie.
With Chelsea and Barca still remaining 0-0, which I think Barca should score 3 goals, maybe 4.
You're never safe against the very best players, just being by virtue of being back behind the ball. You've got to work out at it. You know what they do so cleverly, Barcelona. They wait for that opportune moment to find their key players just in that little bit of space where they can get on the half turn and then just find a teammate, as Messi did for Paulinho there.
In League One, as Shrewsbury win tonight, they go back to the top of the table and they're 1-0 up on Gillingham. Also, Middlesbrough winning 1-0 against Hull City. Rudy Gateshead has scored for Tony Pulis' side.
In the Championship, Millwall in the Championship, Middlesbrough 1, Hull City 0.
Alonso is standing and half turning his back on the edge of the penalty area. Did keep his eyes on the ball, though, and let it hit him.
1. Break. Welcome to live streamer. Hope you're enjoying the live stream right now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
33 years old, who I noticed signed a contract
right
in
now,
October, which they described as a
it's 0-0 between Chelsea and Barcelona. Which I think Barcelona should score 3 goals, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's all Barcelona at the moment in terms of possession, probing, teasing, looking to drag those Chelsea blue shirts out of position and waiting for that perfect opportunity to strike. Had a good chance moments ago with Paulinho, didn't take it, looking comfortable, looking very dangerous.
So keep it still, but a bit hard.
Position for Jordi Alba to run onto, and I know that's been a feature of Valverde's Barcelona this season, but Messi overhit it, and it's through for a goal kick. So Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. Now Rob Schofield is keeping an eye on the pictures of the Bayern Munich Besiktas game, and I believe there's been an incident, Rob.
Yes, John, 15 minutes in, Besiktas already down to 10 men. A red card for Dimitar Vida. A poor ball from Hutchinson, their Canadian captain, led Lewandowski clean through. He was hacked down by Vida. Referee, no option but to send him off. There was a free kick given 25 yards out. James Rodriguez took it, just dipped over the crossbar. 0-0, but Besiktas down to 10 men.
Really? Could have given me a yellow card instead of red, but referees, oh my god, they're like absolute fucking jackass. They're fucking jackass referees.
And actually, if you're on your way home tonight, we're on the red button this evening, so you can carry on listening to our commentary.
They're fucking jackass.
Or via the website, the iPlayer, the BBC Sport app. Just click on 5 Live final score. You'll see all of the graphics, the live pages as well from the website, and the video printer as well with all of tonight's scores. So that's via the red button on the BBC this evening. Here's Messi.
Come on, don't go away. Come back, please. Come on, guys, don't go away. Come back. Really? Come on. I know it's boring, but what can you do about it? Yeah? What can you do about it? It's boring, huh?
Almost like a bullfighter, almost teasing people out towards the ball. You know, that's what they do. They win a free kick. They don't look to put it in the box. They just literally, where's Messi? Give it to him straight away, and then blue shirts have to come out and front him up.
Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. Paulinho back towards Rakitic. Now Messi. This time Pedro is closest to him. Messi pulls away, gives it to Iniesta. Out there on the far side, Jordi Alba. His cross blocked by Moses. Azpilicueta comes forward, chests the ball down.
Come back, please. Come on. Come back.
Straight back behind him for a goal kick.
The difficulty Chelsea are finding at the moment is that Willian and Pedro have to do their work. They have to track those Barca fullbacks. And then what happens, all of a sudden you can find yourself then Marcus Alonso, Victor Moses get dragged back a little bit by virtue of that. You're 5 in a line on the edge of your 18-yard box. Fabregas and Conte are almost being outnumbered and outgunned in the middle of the park, and you've got nowhere to go. You can't find a way out. That's the difference. When you play Hazard as a lone ranger up front, when you then clear the ball, you're trying to to knock it up to him. Unless it's very accurate, he's not big enough, strong enough physically to hang on to it and allow the team to get out and breathe. With a Giroud, even a Morata, when you have that bigger physical presence, they can sometimes grab it, John, and hang on to it, and it allows the team to get out.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see one, possibly both, by the end of the evening.
Right, so 20 minutes into the match, and still 0-0. Between Chelsea and Barcelona.
Chelsea, that's a misplaced pass by Christensen, who has passed it straight behind Azpilicueta and out for a very cheap corner. They don't come any cheaper.
No, they don't. That's poor. Again, Christensen didn't need to hit that first time trying to find Azpilicueta. A mistake. Got to deal with it. Got to make sure that they don't allow anything sloppy now to happen from this corner.
Angles it back to Rakitic, now in the middle of the half. And Rakitic drives it in, it comes off Piqué, bounced across the penalty area, and Moses was able to volley it away as it fell into his path. Still goalless. And we have played over 20 minutes.
Goal coming in National League, 4-1. Gateshead, Newell. In the National League.
Plan that he talked of, I think we can clearly see what it is. Here is Busquets.
Still 0-0 between Chelsea and Barcelona. That's Stamford Bridge.
He was saying last night, Rakitic, that the way Barcelona are playing this season, said from his point of view, he said
Barcelona should score
a very different sort of
goals
that he has to perform this season in the four as opposed to the three-man midfield as they go all the way back to first level. I mean, they're so fluid and
there's so much variation with the way their midfield operates. At times it's a flat four, other times it's a diamond, then it's a three with one in front. There's so many ways that this part of the team
what did I do this by myself? Like, what I think about himself?
Make the right decision at the right time. All good players have license to try and change a wee bit within the framework of the team. But
what do you do like that?
Any other League One game,
What can you do like that?
Shrewsbury 1-0 upon Gillingham. Fleetwood do parted company with Uwe Rosler over the course of the weekend. It seems like just a few weeks ago I was at Fleetwood for the FA Cup tie when everything seemed to be going well for Fleetwood and Uwe Rosler, but that's football, as they say. Here's Iniesta, now Jordi Alba, back to Rakitic. I suddenly remember today the great story about how he fell in love with his wife. Do you remember that one? Love at first sight on his first night in Seville with the woman who served him coffee in the hotel restaurant. Rakitic. Here's Messi, plays it into the edge of the penalty area. Right across the penalty area for Messi with his back to goal, trying to flick it forward. It bounced off a defender, and then Courtois is able to stamp it to his left and gather the ball. Yeah, there was an ace there when that ball was knocked across Chelsea's 18-yard box.
Barcelona do score then, but so close.
Very nearly had an opportunity there, John, to break his duck with a goal against Chelsea. They've had a couple of fortunate bounces of the ball,
in
Chelsea,
League One.
already in these 20
Fleetwood
well, we're quarter of the way now
Portsmouth
through this first leg, and it is still 0-0. And Barcelona, Ter Stegen passes it out.
Yeah, just like that commentator just said, still 0-0 between Chelsea and Barcelona.
Quickly to Umtiti, who I remember making his debut in the quarter-final at Euro 2016 in that match against Iceland. Here's Messi. Over the halfway line, Messi.
And there's another goal coming in National League. Maidenhead 1. Easily 0.
Little head bobbing. Messi takes up a position. Close to Suarez on the edge of the penalty area, but the ball's back in centre field. It's Iniesta. Iniesta hardly ever wastes a pass, does he? And then infield towards Busquets. And then back into their own half. Come on, Chelsea, the home supporters. Sure, they sense that the team needs their help to put out all of the blue flags again tonight with the blue lion rampant, and they were all being waved before the start of the match. Still Barcelona in possession. Messi beats Willian to a bouncing ball just forward of the centre circle now. Square to Iniesta. Suarez just outside the penalty area. 20 goals for him this season. Luis Suarez on the overlap down the left hand side, and the ball bounces behind for what is a goal kick
Chelsea. Suarez was a judge actually. Luis Suarez was a judge to have pushed Victor Moses there, which I didn't see whether or not he just inadvertently clipped the back of his leg, or just maybe a slight bit of contact, but not a lot.
Yeah, a little hand in the back, that's all it was. I was like, I thought he just slipped over, but he was tripped over. Oh, poor clearance from Courtois. Busquets, ball bounces off Fabregas. Rakitic to Busquets, now Iniesta, over on the left-hand side, but then Pedro puts in the challenge and then jumped in on Jordi Alba, who fortunately, from a Chelsea point of view, was able to evade that lunging challenge from Pedro. Now forward towards Messi, referee here almost getting in the way. Out to the left-hand side. Suddenly, Barcelona have upped it here after that poor clearance. And now Iniesta left side of the penalty area. Back to Jordi Alba. Chelsea are now back in position. But you just saw them going for the jugular there, Barcelona. And still, the ball is swept out to the right-hand side to Sergio Roberto, who is up against Alonso. Now the ball into Suarez. It was rather difficult for him to control.
Come on, Barcelona. You can do this. I believe in you guys. Come on, Barcelona. I know you can beat Chelsea, because I believe in you guys, Barcelona.
Chelsea are just, their shape, they don't look convinced by the way that they're trying to defend, particularly
come on, Barcelona, come on, Barcelona, come on, Barcelona, come on, Barcelona.
Sergio Roberto crossing from the right, headed away by Christensen, did well actually in the young game, and now it bounces down for Alonso, who will just keep the ball in. Here on the left-hand side, Chelsea left.
Oh, there we go, again, Napoli, or the top new, Bromley, 1.
Down forces the challenge. Chelsea have a throw in deep in their own territory, but at the moment they're struggling to get out. Chelsea, they can barely get that back four off the edge of that 18-yard line.
Barcelona, Barcelona is good as well.
Now Paulinho on the right-hand
side,
crossing the far too close to Courtois, takes a good position, gathers it in. And then under arms it out for Victor Moses.
Jesus,
and he's
don't know what the hell's it
crowd of over 40,000 inside Stamford Bridge. And then the angle ball forward towards Pedro, who has Umtiti shepherding it out for a throw into Barcelona, almost level with the edge of their own penalty area.
Whilst you can concede the fact that you're not going to dominate possession against Barcelona, Chelsea still need to be better when they have possession, when they have an opportunity to play. They can still be better, John.
Given in centre field on the edge of the area against Victor Moses, and you can hear the reaction from the home supporters.
Right, it's going Championship, United 1, QPR 0, which I did not want to see. I want to see United lose against QPR. I want to see, but
the pressure on to deliver when you have got.
Definitely did not want to see United 41-0 against QPR. Definitely did not want to see that.
And so far there was one or two little skirmishes early on for Chelsea that looked quite interesting.
Definitely did not want to see that at all.
Barca have been able to really get in their stride and get warmed up and get going. Chelsea haven't seen enough of the ball. Hazard, Willian, Pedro haven't really had an opportunity to run at that Barca back four.
Yeah, I mean, totally different ball game. Hazard tries to flick the ball through the middle towards Pedro. It was blocked on the edge of the area.
Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, please.
They've got the run of the play.
Come on, guys. Come back.
And they know that another chance is going to come along in a few minutes' time. Yeah. Here's Courtois clearing from his 6-yard box. Sheffield United have taken the lead against QPR with
no one's here.
Richard Stearman scoring the opening goal.
I'm just gonna pretend that I did not hear that.
Chelsea with the ball with Willian in this.
I did not hear that.
Couldn't get the yellow card out of his pocket quickly enough to show to the Croatian midfielder.
That's brilliant play from Willian. He was surrounded by Barca shirts, but he wriggled out of the cul-de-sac and then burst past about 3 of them. Rakitic was just trailing in his
guys,
way, he trips him up.
Please come back.
They have a good situation here, Chelsea. This is the sort of distance that the likes of Alonso, the likes of Hazard, Willian himself can hit them from. Somewhat 25 yards from.
Yes, it will be. Just slightly right of centre. So Alonso has had some great success, hasn't he, this season with the free kick.
It's good distance for him to really trust himself to hit this hard, knowing that he can get that over the wall and back up and that line.
Come on, guys. Please come back.
You trust yourself
boring, but what can you do like? What can you do about it? It's boring, huh? It's not alive.
Big moment, big pressure, Champions League. Alonso with a free kick over the wall. And Ter Stegen got a good sight of it and was able to move quickly and drop down to his left and catch it.
Yeah, decent strike from Alonso, just wasn't hit hard enough. Ter Stegen guessed right, went down to his left and
Come on,
pretty comfortably, but that was better. Willian there showed and frightened Barcelona when he picks the ball up so far. He's been the one that if he does pick the ball up midway in Barcelona territory and turns and runs at people and gets away from them,
I got the goal in League 2. League 2, can't reach United, can't reach 1, not counting new, and the goal in the National League, over 1.
In Chelsea territory, one or
Went
two
nil.
dangerous moments. The header for Paulinho, a couple of little roll balls along the Chelsea 18-yard line. But Courtois hasn't really had to make a saving anger either.
In fact, that is
Another goal coming in the Championship. Brentford 1, Birmingham 0.
Barcelona 0. And so you'll gather from that, but I mean,
And
you
just
can't
like that,
take
come
your
out
eyes
to
off
set.
it, but it's not a classic, no, just yet.
What's happening, people? Then,
So
really,
after
guys,
all of the
really?
talk of the rich
Come on,
history,
guys. Come on.
it's yet to
Come on,
really
come on, guys. Please
get
come
going.
back.
But
Not this point,
the
but
threat
what can you do,
there
right,
is
yeah?
this
What can you do, right? It's
threat
boring,
for
yeah?
Barcelona all of the time.
The first half of the first
Come
leg
on,
in these
come on.
matches,
John to watch it on my
can be
stream
slightly
by
cagey.
myself.
If we
Hey,
get a
guys.
goal, fingers crossed we get a goal for the
Please
home
watch
team.
my live stream.
Then we'll see again.
Here's Messi now running towards the edge of the
Very
penalty
boring,
area.
but
Aspilicueta
you can
comes
do that.
across
It's
and takes the ball away from
normal,
Suarez.
it's
Clears it
normal
up the right
football
wing.
life.
It's actually one other point that should be made in connection to what we were just saying. Come back to that. Here's Iniesta. Misplaces the pass. Gives it straight to Kante.
Needs to put his feet down, so. Needs to put his feet down, so. Out to probably.
And Fabregas in the centre circle says to Rudiger, come on, give it to me. Instead he goes for Hazard, who is leaned on by Sergio Roberto. And
Let's put my legs down if they're killing me. Oh. And we are definitely killing me because I can feel that burn. Oh. And there's a goal. Oh, and there's a goal coming in a Scottish League 2. And nil. Peterhead 1.
Support approaches the edge of the penalty area. 3 Barcelona players with it. Hazard plays it back now to Willian, just left of centre, onto his right foot, closes, hits the post. Brilliant stuff from Willian. That rattled the Barcelona upright. Wow,
Sensational strike. He does that so well, Willian.
Turn my TV too loud. Ugh.
And then he just does his little shimmy, drops the shoulder, skips it onto his right
yeah, it's getting deaf here.
Blast it. Ter Stegen has got no chance with that, and it rattles the post.
It's still 0-0, but that certainly is the closest that we've come to an opening goal in this tie. Still 0-0 between Bayern Munich and Besiktas, but the Turkish champions are down to 10 men.
And there's a goal coming in the Championship. All to 1. Sunderland 0.
Spectators in the lower tier to our left get to their feet as Alonso receives it with his heels on the white line. Now back to little Kante, shaven-headed, compact figure that he is. But Rudiger played it back to Christensen, had to be quick, could only lift the ball forward. And actually the offside flag is up against Hazard, and it's a free kick to Barcelona. What I was going to say, Andy, was
oh fuck, let's sort this out.
To them in the knockout stages last season, away from home. Indeed, Paris Saint-Germain where they got hammered 4-0, and of course turned it around so memorably in the second leg. But then in the quarter-final, when they were well beaten 3-0 away against Juventus and couldn't turn that round. So mental side of the game, that'll be in their minds.
They're mindful of that.
Here is Hazard, plays it forward to Willian. Now a little touch to Kante and Rakitic, who was diving in, and he has already been yellow carded, and that's what the spectators are doing here, reminding the referee that Rakitic has already been yellow carded.
And I think also the advantage there, John, that was key, because they've just broken through that Barcelona midfield. The referee blew up for a free kick. He didn't have to. Could have let the game go because it was a good advantage for Chelsea there.
Yeah, Conte was making that point as well. Antonio Conte. And then Hazard passes the ball out of play behind Alonso.
You know, the manager is skipping up and down. What interests me with Antonio Conte is when Victor Moses, who's some 70, 80 yards away from him on the other side of the stadium, when he's got possession, he's screaming at him to try and tell him what to do with the ball.
Piqué's got the ball down in the near the corner flag. In his own right back position, next to where all of the Barcelona supporters are sitting in their red and blue scarves, and he's conceded a throw. Alonso takes it to Fabregas. Fabregas does a 360 and gives it back to Alonso on the left-hand side. And now Hazard takes up possession. Piqué is out there with him. In fact, not only Piqué but Sergio Roberto as well. Barcelona have got everyone. In fact, even Suarez is 15 yards inside his own half. Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. Christensen puts his foot on the ball, gives it to his left. Rudiger didn't have much space there, but was able to find the pass to Hazard on his left touch line. Messi is in to wriggle away with the ball. It bounces out of play off Kante, and that is given as a throw into Barcelona, which I think is the right decision. But Antonio Conte is absolutely finger jabbing, feet tip tapping. And he's shouting in the direction of, well, who is he shouting at?
If he's calmed down a little bit, I'd hate to see him when he's really going to town, John.
Because fourth official's just got it goes.
He has.
And he sends him on his way. Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. So far tonight, I see that Brentford have taken the lead against Birmingham City, just not far away from here in West London.
There's a goal coming in the Championship. Nottingham Forest 0, Reading 1.
Zach Clough with the opening goal for
Omar Richards. And there's a goal coming in the Championship as well. Aston Villa 0, Preston 1 by Tom. Can't say the last name.
Chelsea suddenly seem to stand off it there on the edge of the penalty area. Iniesta again looking for Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba's round the back of Moses, who recovers very, very well and stab it to aim for a corner.
Certainly does. That was dangerous.
And there's a goal coming in the National League. Boreham 1.
Just manages to
Maidstone 0.
And he looks like he's just about to stand the ball up from the byline, but the Chelsea player manages to get an important interception.
I must say, Jordi Alba looks like a man.
And a goal coming in Scottish League 2. And then new Peterhead 2.
Jordi Alba just flies beyond him. Whether he gets it or not, he just goes. It might be a couple of passes later before he eventually gets the ball. But he never, ever just stays safe and plays without any ambition.
Rakitic with the corner, and it's headed right across the face of goal by Piqué. And I mean, there was a little bit of wrestling going on there.
Oof.
With
it looks like Piqué and Antonio.
Can't do hear that.
I'm laughing at the Catalan commentator who went all Frankie Howard there. I don't know, did you hear it?
Did you hear it? Yeah.
Either Frankie Howard or Kenneth Williams, one of the two. He clearly thought that was a little closer than it actually was from Gerard Piqué. I spoke to 3 different people from various Catalan radio stations yesterday. They introduced themselves, and the next thing they said was, all 3 of them said, I work for radio whatever. We are the biggest radio station in Catalonia. We have more listeners than anyone else. So I thought, here's Piqué on the edge of the area, who turns and plays it back to
I find that funny.
I do. To put his foot on the ball. Now here comes Pedro.
Oh, yeah.
So he has to clear it away. Chested down by Rudiger. So Ter Stegen gives it away, and then Fabregas with a pass, looking for Hazard on the edge of the area, and it was a foot away from working.
Unlucky. Yep.
I got nearly half time right now.
Side of him in the wide areas, but he went for Hazard right down the middle of the field and was just a yard away from making contact with Eden Hazard, who would have literally been able to have had a touch. From the edge of the box, straight at Ter Stegen.
I think that'll Reggie.
Yeah, Andy Townsend with us tonight, former Chelsea midfielder.
Yeah, I think I'll go Reggie on my bus.
We're watching Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. European Cup winner Mark Morrison will be in Spain with Ian Dennis for the commentary tomorrow night from another atmospheric football stadium. So Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. Right, let's get to Villa Park and Chris Wise.
Well, there is a goal for the visitors. Aston Villa 0, Preston 1. Tom Barkhazen has got it. Corner from the left. crowded 6-yard box. Goalkeeper Sam Johnson punched it up into the air, and Barkhuizen rather awkwardly managed to overhead kick the ball into the corner of the goal. It is Aston Villa, third in the Championship, 0, Preston 1.
Still Barnsley 0, Burton 1, Brentford 1, Birmingham 0, Middlesbrough 1, Hull City 0, Millwall 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Onside challenge by Rakitic.
With no idea how. Which and no idea how Aston Villa losing against Preston. No idea. No idea.
Surely by racking them up, there's been a couple now since his card. And if he commits one more challenge against a Willian or a Pedro, he's in trouble.
Ball played forward and hooked away on the edge of the area. Servers all over it. Willian! Oh, he's hit both posts now. What a shot from Willian. Caught it beautifully, and it struck the outside of the left post this time as he looked, and ricocheted back out for a throw.
Do you know, it's almost an identical shot to the one that he hit.
No idea how Chelsea managed to miss the goal. No idea. Whether they did. Oh shit, I can't stop it. I'll stop moving my phone now. On the camera.
That's not moving possession, John. We can look at all the numbers, all the stats, look at what you like. Barca are dominating it, of course, but Chelsea have been the closest. They've come very close, just the width of the post twice.
Yeah.
The
Barcelona notifications a little uncomfortable at times, and again, you know, it was presented back to Chelsea there. Here's Alonso now. That's all left wing back, the Spaniard, who is
what is going on right now?
Sergio Roberto was protesting his innocence. Not sure how much contact there was on Alonso. I don't think there was very much, in all honesty, but he's won the free kick. The referee won't allow Chelsea to take it quickly, as they were looking to do, because he's still talking to Messi and Fabregas, two former teammates who seem to be having a laugh about the whole thing. Free kick.
So this is a goal in Championship. Middlesbrough 1, Hull City 1, Brentford 2, Birmingham 0.
And then Hazard on the edge of the area. Sort of snap volley that he hit nearly a yard over the top.
Yeah, he was totally unmarked there, Hazard. The ball clipped in from Fabregas. It was a Barca shirt that headed it clear right to the edge of the box. I just think Hazard could have let that drop a little bit more. He's in there almost really sort of having to lean away from that one to hit it as if he was under pressure, having to take the ball
so that's just
earlier,
knackered.
He had a bit more time than he thought.
Well, Paulinho's played it around Christensen, trying to get round him. I thought Christensen rather used his arms to prevent Paulinho getting round him, but there were covering defenders, and there were no complaints from Barcelona, and Chelsea had the ball at the back. Hull City had equalised against
And the goal queen in the European Champions League. Bayern Munich 1, Besiktas 0.
The other scores in the championship.
Cannot pronounce it properly.
Sheffield United 1, QPR 0, and Bolton 1, Sunderland 0 in the 8 o'clock kickoff.
I do apologise, but I cannot pronounce it properly.
Joseph Soon scored the second.
Oh, get in there, Wednesday! Get in there, Wednesday! Get in there, Wednesday! 1-0! Ha 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 ha! Get in there, Wednesday! I was about to say, the championship, Millwall 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. And National League, Hibs, Fleetwood 1, Woking 0. But get in there, Sheffield Wednesday, get in there, Wednesday.
Against England in the 2-2 draw. When Wayne Rooney scored from distance that night as well. And Umtiti has got the ball inside his own half. Rakitic just running the ball into the centre circle. Busquets gives it back to Rakitic. Randy Townsend says it's on thin ice. We saw him approaching the thin ice. And now after that Davis spell, he is officially.
Didn't hear that, but that was a crack.
Here's Busquets. Busquets will play the ball forward. And now Messi. Messi steps into the edge of the penalty area. Paulinho is there. Chelsea are back in numbers on the edge of their own box. Messi gives it to Sergio Roberto. Now back to Messi on his left foot, trying to weave a position. Fabregas puts in the challenge this time. Now Busquets. Busquets, middle of the half, curls it to Sergio Roberto. His cross towards the far side of the penalty area is headed up and away by Victor Moses. And Bayern Munich are in front against Besiktas. Thomas Müller has scored the opening goal. Sheffield Wednesday also taking the lead at the Den against Millwall. Pellebusi has scored.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Messi to the edge of the penalty
Team
area.
was
Messi on the
spotted.
outside of the box, tries to work it across. A sliding Aspilicueta clears it away out towards the far side, where Jordi Alba will keep the ball in play. And suddenly we see Barcelona just looking to up it again after Chelsea have had their good spell of 10 minutes. We're in the final minute of the first half. Just keep an eye on the Turkish official, who actually doesn't need the fourth official. Sinan Çakir says that'll do, and it has had a great flow to it. Not a step
Okay, that was a
Willian hitting both
no
posts
expected to
with,
happen.
with shots in the latter part of the half. So it is
Now he just blow the whistle. There's like a couple seconds before half time.
There were 1 or 2 moments for Chelsea to be enthused about. After that, Barca pretty much dominated proceedings without really testing Courtois. But certainly, I think from about half an hour onwards, Chelsea
absolutely
have been the better team. Willian in particular has been the pick of the bunch. So unlucky twice with 2 fantastic shots there.
My butt.
Lots, I think, for Antonio Conte to be pleased
Oh.
about. 1 or 2 concerns
My
when they're
butt.
out of possession, but you're always going to have that against this
No
sort of
one
quality.
to hear
that.
that.
Chelsea to restrict Barcelona. Really, I'll make it just the one chance that Paulinho had up in 10 yards that he steered well wide. So it's Chelsea 0, Barcelona.
Half-timer.
Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0 here on 5 Live at Stamford Bridge. And Mark Pugac
As I just see the notifications on my phone saying that Wednesday just
as narrow as the Barcelona midfield, aren't we?
Yes,
there's plenty
no
of room
to manoeuvre here.
There's a lot of
half
space
time right now.
Middlesbrough
Chelsea
2
nil,
up at home.
Barcelona nil.
Patrick Bamford,
Carriage 1,
the much travelled
Notts County nil.
Middlesbrough back in front. And in the
United 1,
possession stats are about
QPR nil. Oh shit.
75 in Barcelona's favour.
Was I meant to
Not
lose
in
a
the
killer?
last 10 minutes, I would suggest. And for all that possession,
Dover 1,
they're
Dag
a bit
Red
more
nil. Bayern
methodical than
1,
Barcelona. There's nothing
Besiktas
wrong with that, but they're just
nil.
not quite as electrifying as the Barcelona
Shrewsbury
we
1,
used to.
Gillingham
It is
nil.
a different Barca to the one that we saw with Suarez, Neymar and Messi. This is I think
Oh,
a team
come
that's
on, don't
mindful,
go
as
in.
John
So
mentioned,
it's
the
been like
results they've had
commentary
over
here.
the last couple of seasons in the
Come on,
Champions
I'm just
League,
like being
when they've started
like a
playing against some
commentary
of the
here.
very biggest teams away from
Millwall
home in the
nil,
first leg.
Sheffield Wednesday 1,
They've left
Aston
themselves too much
nil,
to do.
Preston
I
1.
think that they're mindful of that. They're aware of Chelsea's
Hey,
capability
stop
up
being
front.
away. Would you come back? I'm
And
just
you're
being a
right, Mark,
commentary
certainly
here.
Chelsea, I think,
I'm
deserve
trying
to
to
be
be
in front
a
of the game
commentary.
purely by virtue of the fact
Ish.
that Willian's hit 2 amazing shots, and to have seen them both come flying back off the post is really unlucky.
And it's bizarre when you look at this season because Willian hasn't always been a
Bishop
starter, has he?
do
Quite
not
often he's
disturb
been
on.
left out and you're watching it going, and obviously you don't watch him in training like Conte does, but you're thinking, really? He's got the thread, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's got that drive, he drives at the opposition, doesn't he?
Like there's a goal in National League, Champion nil, National Shield 1.
That's kind of the distance he's
That's a
hit.
half time
These 2
1.
shots from this evening, only to
Solly
see them instead of finding the back of the net. Goalkeeper well
Mills
beaten each time,
nil,
Ter Stegen nowhere near
Braxton
the 2
nil,
shots this evening, but he's just so unlucky to
and
see him come back off the woodwork.
nil, Peter 2, Will nil, Exeter nil.
And he's come on as a sub in 18.
Oh, there we go. John Murray's notes are a thing of beauty. No one's ever going to steal them off him because nobody could possibly read them. The handwriting is so tiny, but there we are. I'm not saying they're not
guys,
doctors' notes. They're
come
very
back,
neat,
come
Andy,
on.
aren't
Yes, I know they're very good. I have cast my eye over them a couple of times, Mark, during that first 45, but I
let it
didn't
go.
read any of it either.
Oh,
Problem is, I now need a good light on it to see it.
there's a goal in
It's
Championship.
absolutely fascinating.
Barnsley
It's
nil.
0-0 at half time. You've got 3
Burton
halves
2.
to go between these two.
Nice
0-0
half time.
Oliver Cook
Middlesbrough
says Chelsea
2,
keep playing
4-1.
ball,
Oh, whoa.
Hazard, Pedro, Willian needed
Right,
to
there's a
feet.
goal coming in
And Anthony
National
says,
League.
"Oh, Soga Hazard, but I rate Willian
Torquay
more. A
2,
lot more consistent,
Sutton
always
1.
turns up, willing to put in a shift, class player, and underrated.
half-time.
And he is playing extremely
4-1.
well. As is Aspilicueta.
Peterson
Sam
nil.
says he's putting himself in the shot
FC
window for
1,
Barca.
Wilkie
He would be a
nil.
perfect fit. He's been such a good and consistent player, Aspilicueta. They call him Dave,
Oof.
don't they? For Chelsea.
Yeah, but-
John says best league in the world. No
Half
recognised
time,
striker getting
yep.
killed in possession. It's
Half time.
embarrassing. Well, to be fair, that was early on, John, wasn't it? And then in the last sort of 10,
Oh, the
15
shot
minutes,
was
really
newer.
Chelsea came
Bromley
strongly
won.
into the game. Let's go to Rob Schofield then. All going Bayern's way
Oh.
with a man advantage, Rob, and a goal advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
half-time Bayern Munich 1, Besiktas 0. It was Thomas Müller with the goal. The ball spilled him 4
Besiktas.
years out. 4 yards out, sorry. I wasn't phased, though. He always looks in
Besiktas.
the right place at the right time. Span dug the ball into the net from close range, his 7th of the season.
Besiktas.
Cool on Besiktas, really, who held out well since being reduced to 10 men. They even had a chance of their own on the counter-attack with Quaresma, but at a freezing Allianz Arena, it's the home side who lead 1-0.
And it's going to Villa Park then, and a bit of a surprise and a shock for the home fans, Chris Wise.
Here's that way, doesn't it? Aston Villa 0, Preston 1. The pragmatic and organised visitors lead thanks to Tom Barkhuizen's 37th minute goal. It was a hopeful but clever overhead kick after Villa failed to clear a corner. The hosts have had chances. Bjarnason, Terry and Hutton with them. You can see why Preston have lost once in their last 16. Remember, Villa could go back into the top 3 tonight with a win.
Who scored for Sutton United?
Aston Villa 0, Preston 1.
Elsewhere then, Barnsley 0, Burton Albion 2. Burton have just scored a second goal at Oakwell then. Brentford 2 up on Birmingham City. Middlesbrough 2, Hull 1. Millwall 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Nottingham 0,
getting there Wednesday.
1. Sheffield United 1, QPR 0. And Bolton Sunderland 8.
I want to hear.
1, Sunderland 0. Couple of games in League 1.
Pretend I did not hear
and Shrewsbury 1,
Sheffield score. Log into
and in League 2,
pretend I did not hear that.
0, Crewe 0, Exeter 0. And Barnet 0, Carlisle 0. And in the National League, Aldershot 0, Bromley 1. These are latest scores. Barrow 1 up on Gateshead. Boreham 1, Maidstone 0. Half-time at Chester 0-0 with Leyton Orient. Dover 1, Dagenham 0 at the break. Approaching half-time, Ebbsfleet 1, Woking 0. Halifax 0, Hartlepool 0. Guysey 0, Fylde 0. Maidenhead 1, Eastleigh 0. Solihull Moors 0. Wrexham 0. Torquay 2, Sutton 1. And Tranmere 0, Macclesfield 1. You're up to date as we go to the News and Alison Act.
On digital, online, smartphone and tablet. This is BBC 5 Live.
Conservative MP says the boss of Oxfam needs to go. It comes after the International Development Secretary Penny Mordaunt.
I know, I can't do anything right now. Let's just change the channel to 5 years later and change it back.
Its chief executive Mark Goldring apologised to a committee of MPs earlier.
Getting blocked.
What
is video would getting blocked?
The leadership really are no longer fit for purpose and have been for some time. We as a committee didn't call for his head, but actually I don't believe he should remain. He wasn't able to give us any concrete examples of exactly what they were going to do in Oxfam to get it right.
No, there was so much stuff until half time. And then back to another 4 or 5 minutes left.
After a judge ruled that doctors can
just let me speak for once.
The toddler has a mystery degenerative neurological condition which experts say is untreatable. His dad Tom says they'll fight on to keep him alive. KFC says its outlets are starting to reopen following chicken supply problems, but has warned disruption is possible until the end of the week. The chain changed its delivery company to DHL last week. They've blamed operational issues. A 26-year-old woman who left an abusive note on an ambulance responding to a 999 call has been fined £120. Kirsty Sharman admitted a public order offence after swearing at the paramedics in Stoke-on-Trent. Campaigners who want better toilet facilities for disabled people have taken a petition to Downing Street. They want to see more facilities which have a changing bed and a hoist. Here's Paralympian Anne Wafula strike.
I think it's wrong that a society now, this is the 21st century, we are seeing mothers actually changing their children on toilet floors. There's no dignity there, and I think it's a high time that the lawmakers will now really listen to, the cries of people.
And George Clooney says he's donating $500,000 to students organising protests against gun violence in the US. The actor says our children's lives depend on it and praised the courage and eloquence of the survivors of last week's school shooting in Florida.
That's very nice from George Clooney, donating £500,000.
Reports of problems on the M6 northbound
That's
in
very nice
Lancashire.
from George Clooney. Very nice indeed.
Lancaster and 35 for Carnforth. No idea why that's happening though at the moment. On the M6 northbound in the West Midlands, there were 2 lanes closed in queuing traffic due to an accident between Junction 6, that's the Aston Expressway, and Junction 7 for Great Bar. And still real problems on the M20 westbound in Kent. The road is being closed there, queuing traffic. It's due to a police incident between Junction 10 for Ashford South and 9 for Faversham. There is traffic that's trapped within the junctions. Alison Acton, 5 Live Travel.
5 Live Sport, the EFL Cup Final.
This is the atmosphere inside Wembley Stadium. We're about to get underway.
Sunday, 4:30 kickoff. Manchester City face Arsenal.
Can't wait to watch that.
sport. This is BBC 5 Live.
Cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for the FA Cup, for the EFL final. Cannot wait for the EFL Cup final. Cannot wait. Wait. Can't wait for that cup match. Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
So 5 Live Sports Champions League offering tomorrow night is full commentary on Manchester United in Seville. United trained in Manchester this morning before flying out to Spain.
There's 4 minutes left, that's all.
Faced up to the media.
Champions League dreams, they start around the quarterfinals and not yet in the last 16. The last 16 is it still looks a long way to go. When the team reaches the quarterfinal, then I think is the moment where even the teams that are not favorites, which is our case, they start realizing that anything is possible. But for the moment, I think we have just
my God,
that doesn't decide anything, that is very important.
Senior football reporter Ian Dennis is in Spain. Ian, Paul Pogba trained today and has travelled after missing Saturday's FA Cup win at Huddersfield with illness. He actually trained the next day, didn't he, after missing that game at Huddersfield?
He did, yeah. I mean, he was obviously asked about Paul Pogba tonight, but Mourinho wasn't really giving much away. He was asked about is he worthy of playing on the Champions League stage. To which Jose Mourinho said, well, that's a little bit unfair because the responsibility is for everybody, regardless of which player, whether he costs X amount of millions or whether he costs £3 million. So he said the responsibility is for all. So Mourinho was just trying not to sort of like build up Pogba, but we're expecting him to play. The fact that he's trained, Ibrahimovic has been left behind. But this is he's got fond memories of being in Seville as Mourinho. This was, of course, where it all began in many ways. As in 2003, that Porto won the UEFA Cup final. Obviously, before they won the first of his Champions League successes in 2004.
What about this Seville team? We saw Sevilla with 2 really thrilling draws with Liverpool in the group stages. But a new manager now, a new direction, arguably.
Well, I was here in Seville when they played Liverpool and they came from 3-0 down, and Eduardo Barroso, who was their coach at the time, during his half-time team talk, told his players that he had prostate cancer, and that's an inspirational team talk. And obviously they came back to draw 3-3 in the final minute, and then he went away for a month, and after a month's treatment, within a week, he'd actually been sacked. And Vincenzo Montella, the former of AC Milan, you might remember him from his time at
I do apologise, guys. Just a bit knackered tonight. I'm going to get this live stream finished after that. Boy, I'm not going to bed after this live stream.
Very evenly matched side, very well balanced. But obviously Manchester United, he doesn't believe they are favourites, but he says they're confident of going through.
Ian, looking forward to tomorrow night. Ian Dennis tomorrow night with commentary of Sevilla against Manchester United. Today, Wigan and Manchester City have both been charged with failing to control their players after Fabian dealt a red card in the Cup last night. The FA say that Sergio Aguero will not be punished for his altercation with a fan afterwards. James Hasker and Joe Marler both included in England's 25-man squad for Saturday's Calcutta Cup match at Murrayfield against Scotland. Wasps number 8 Nathan Hughes returns to the team after injury. Full commentary in Saturday's 5 Live Sport from 4:45. And some very sad news. Doncaster Knights prop forward Ian Williams has died today at the age of 27 after collapsing in training. And Elise Christian says she will skate at Beijing 2022 after missing out on a 6th chance to win an Olympic medal in the Winter Games today. Andy Townsend is with us. Andy, I wonder whether you think Valverde is thinking about taking Rakitic off at half-time.
It would have to be a consideration, Mark, definitely, because he's
I didn't see that, okay.
The quickest player, he's a fantastic footballer, but the minute Willian, and he's been doing it more often than not, the minute he or Pedro or Azar breaks behind him, he's that sort of midfield player that will always be tempted to try and dip a foot in and make a challenge. Because he's not the smartest player without the ball, defensively minded player. So I think that would have to be a consideration. He knows full well now that if he makes any sort of challenge and gets it wrong, whether it being unlucky, whether it being very fair, whether it being the most honest challenge you've ever seen, if he gets it wrong, he's going to be
back in time.
I've never seen Suarez so quiet. In fact, I've forgotten because he was on the far side. I forgot after 20 minutes. I genuinely forgot he was playing.
Yeah, he's looking frustrated. He's coming up in the next 45 minutes. Suarez, because again, lots of possession. Messi's the one that picks the tempo of that possession up every now and again when he plays a little sharp 1-2 with somebody looking to get it back. But Luis Suarez in the main mark has been on the edges, has been a fringe player this evening. He doesn't like it. He's the sort of player that needs to be right in the thick of it.
And that's the word tempo, isn't it? Because going back to what I said before kickoff, when they had the three of them up front, clearly there were two of the three could play 1-2 with each other and instigate a move. Now they're just two up front. If Suarez is a bit detached and not quite close enough to Messi, we can see why it is a little bit slower for them.
Yeah, it is a little bit slower. You're absolutely right. And with Iniesta and Paulinho, the two wider players of that midfield four, there's no real pace there. Everyone wants the ball to their feet. And really, ultimately, you're looking at the fullbacks, particularly Jordi Alba. He's got genuine pace to get to the byline. And Messi. They're the ones that you've got to absolutely try and deny and prevent right now. And if Chelsea can continue to do that, I think they'll have opportunities again to open the score in the second half. I really do. It's a good opportunity this for Chelsea. They've got through the first 45 minutes. They've had a good look at their opponent. They know they're very, very good in possession. They know they can punish them and hurt them as well.
Big smile on Willian's face despite hitting both posts in the first half. And if you're worried that Antonio Conte had lost his luck with Chelsea or English football, we thought he was going to have a coronary arguing about a throw-in on the halfway line, John Murray, didn't we? Because Conte watching when you're in this low position at Stamford Bridge is thoroughly entertaining.
It's actually an entertainment in itself. You could pay just to see that. So second half about to begin. Barcelona to kick off.
I'll be yakking and get the fourth on match again. Here, just do that, thank you.
Rudiger at the back three, Gary Cahill on the bench. Midfield of Moses on the right, Kante, Fabregas and Alonso. And then this three-man front line of Willian, Pedro and Hazard, who, when they have had the opportunity, have been quite effective actually. And Willian hitting the post with shots, hitting both posts with shots in the latter stages of the first half. The referee checking out blows his whistle. Second half underway. Barcelona are playing from right to left in this second half. So attacking the end where their several thousand supporters are. And the Barcelona team, Ter Stegen in goal. The back four of Sergio Roberto, Piqué, Umtiti and Jordi Alba. Then Busquets, Rakitic, Paulinho and Iniesta in midfield with Messi and then Luis Suarez. It's the same team that Barcelona picked on Saturday when they won.
Right, second half underway.
Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. This is BBC 5 Live. After all of the FA Cup excitement, now first leg ties in the Champions League tonight and tomorrow night. You heard from Ian Dennis at half-time. Mark Lawrenson will be with him this time tomorrow in Seville. But here tonight it is Barcelona.
What am I now streaming
winners of the Champions League last in Berlin. Remember the final against Juventus? Here they come. Sergio Roberto crossing from the right-hand side, but overhits it, and it's through for a goal kick. And Andy Townsend's here with us in the low-down commentary position for this match at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, and again, I'm eagerly awaiting this second 45, John, because I do think this is the sort of night that Chelsea
Bolton match being kicked off late.
With an advantage. I really do. Look, it wouldn't be the worst situation in the world as long as they don't concede.
Well, Messi receives the ball from Suarez. Oh, that's not ominous, Andy. Messi into the penalty area, but Christensen comes across just as Messi with his quick feet. It's incredible, isn't it? How quickly his feet move, how he keeps possession of the ball at such close quarters.
Wedge.
Barcelona with a throw on the left-hand side.
I think so it stopped moving about, but
a change kit with the
orange
trim,
when I got ready.
On the back. Here is Rakitic, who Mark Regan was mentioning. He's on a yellow card and has put in another couple of challenges as well. Half-time in the Championship at Bolton, where Bolton are winning 1-0 against struggling Sunderland. Messi plays the ball crossfield to Iniesta, the Barcelona captain, second on the all-time appearances list behind the great Xavi. I remember when the two of them were in tandem together in midfield. Iniesta gets it back, wins the ball with a bounce off the defender, and then actually passes it straight out of play under pressure from Aston for a throw into Chelsea. I think Barcelona supporters there can't believe what they see. Iniesta chipping it straight out of play. It's 0-0. Chelsea here. It's actually the first time Chelsea have played a knockout tie in the Champions League for 4 years. And of course they weren't in Europe at all last season.
throw-in taken up the line, which Hazard can't reach. Umtiti plays it in field, and then Busquets have to lift the pass out towards the right-hand side to Sergio Roberto. Here is Paulinho, after his 2 years in China, now a pivotal part of this Ernesto Valverde Barcelona team. He's standing down there just a few yards away from us, probably 15 yards. Valverde, who used to be a teammate of Gary Lineker's at Barcelona. Iniesta wins the ball on the edge of the area and then blazes it wide and high into the Barca fans in the lower tier of the shed stand.
Yeah, not too often you see Andres Iniesta make a poor decision, but that was one there. Because Jordi Alba was in acres of space to his left. He decided to take the shot on his left foot on the half volley. Blazed it high and wide.
So Chelsea playing it long downfield, but Umtiti is able to pull the ball down and then play it to Piqué to his right, and actually Barcelona go all the way back to goalkeeper Ter Stegen to our right. Umtiti with Willian and Moses at close quarters. Lovely touch from Busquets around Fabregas to Iniesta, and then Iniesta releases Messi. And Messi is off now. Kante comes across, puts the challenge in on him. It was robust. Messi stayed on his feet though, still snapping away at him. And likewise as well, Pedro, who then loses possession after a huge cheer for dispossessing Messi, but he's won it back, Pedro. And now Fabregas, the two former Barcelona men for Chelsea there together. Fabregas slips the ball through to Willian, lays it off to Moses. This is just down in front of us here as Fabregas turns. There's the ball infield towards Christensen, who will roll the ball out towards the left-hand side. And now Rudiger is taking it all over the halfway line. He's almost playing as a left winger now. Rudiger, he has Alonso available and he uses it. Alonso then gives it back towards Pedro.
It's not just League One.
Leaning back into Umtiti and went down.
Manchester United 2, QPR new in the Championship.
Yeah, Eden Hazard just sort of lost his balance a little bit there. It wasn't a foul from Umtiti.
Oh, Vegas,
referee quite right just to wave that one away. But again, Chelsea showed when they up the tempo, when they play with accuracy and genuine speed, they find Eden Hazard, they can find Willian, 25 yards out. Those players are good enough to get on the half turn and run.
Messi receiving the ball inside his own half, but Alonso all over him, illegally, from behind, brought him down to free kick to Barcelona inside their own half. So still Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0. When we looked at it at half time, Chelsea had significantly more opportunities and chances to score than Barcelona did. And then Iniesta wins a free kick after...
See, that's interesting there, John. There, the ball laid into Iniesta. He takes a good first touch. That's Piliqueta. That was a foul. Blow your whistle. You know, and that often happens. Get intimidated by the very best. Sometimes, even top referees.
I'm wondering if Valverde is thinking about making a change, because
what the?
Sent out, yep, to warm up. One of their, well, he can play.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck just happened to my live stream, but that was weird.
Really good.
And disregard.
Don't
know what happened with.
Clearance has bounced back at the Chelsea defence. The clearance way to the halfway line from Titi. And then Jordi Alba turns and plays the ball back towards Titi. So still Chelsea 0, Barcelona 0.
Sorry about that.
What they could do, of course,
I was not meant to do that.
He's a midfield player, really by trade. He could drop into that Rakitic role and Alex Vidal could...
Sorry, I was not meant to do that. I tend to click on somewhere what's stop. Not meant to happen.
Is forced into an error on the far side, and it bounces out for a throw into Chelsea, halfway inside their own half. And now Chelsea send out Zamacosta to warm up. And also Morata there as well. The ball's played back towards Courtois, all in orange, in front of the shed stand, just under an equally orange banner that always sits there, which says Drogba Legend. And what a part he played in these Barcelona-Chelsea games. Oh, Suarez does well. He's around Azpilicueta and shoots right across the 6-yard box from an angle. There was no one there in the middle for Barcelona. And it rolls harmlessly out to the far side.
for Chelsea to clear, but Suarez, that's a big kick for him against Aspilicueta. The most dangerous we've seen Suarez so far this evening.
The goal created in the Championship. Millwall 1, Sheffield United 1. No one to see that.
Messi, who's now well over 11 hours of football without scoring against Chelsea. Here he is again on the edge of the penalty area. Fabregas, his old teammate,
the goal in the European Champions League. Bayern Munich 2, Besiktas
towards Sergio Roberto, who's out there, the right back, and then Busquets back to Piqué on the halfway line. Lots of early possession in the second half from Barcelona.
There's a goal in the National League. Samuel 1, Marcus 1.
Via the iPlayer on the website, via the app.
Oh, why is my phone doing? It's a bit crazy, yeah, my phone.
On the 5 Live Football Social tonight till 10:30. So get into it at 5 Live Sport on the Chelsea team selection. The plan
very nice.
Giroud and Morata on the bench. And now the ball's been won back centre field by Rudiger, who's now out of position. As Barcelona break.
He had a chance there, he was running out Rakitic, and I was thinking, go on, tow it past him, force a challenge out of him, make him commit to a tackle. Didn't do that in the end, Rudiger. Very excited, and unfortunately the ball got away from him, and he's now trotted back into his left-sided of 3 central defenders position.
So still 0-0 here at Stamford Bridge on BBC 5 Live. Millwall had equalised at the den, Lee Gregory with that one. It was John Lundstrom who scored the second goal for Sheffield United, by the way. And Bayern Munich now 2-0 up on Besiktas. Kingsley Coman with that goal. And here now is Jordi Alba on the left-hand side.
There's a goal in the Championship. Brentford 3, Birmingham 0.
Second goal from Rob Schofield, who's watching the pictures.
Yeah, John, as you say, it was Coman who made it 2-0 for Bayern. The 10-men of Besiktas haven't got started in this second half. Lewandowski peeled off the inside right channel, really. Pulled it back to the penalty spot where Coman slotted home past Fabry. An assist and a goal for him then. Surprise starter ahead of Robin and Ribery, who was when this game got started. He's been the star of the show. Bayern 2, Besiktas 0.
Ball put downfield for Hazard on the right-hand side. Piqué puts in the challenge, so leans into Hazard, who hit the turf. But I think referee Czechia got that right. I'm not sure that was a foul. And now Busquets forward towards Messi in the centre circle. Kanté just standing off him. And then as Messi darts forward, Kanté goes with him. Fabregas comes across. And then the middle infield pass from Messi was intercepted by Kanté.
Goal in the National League. Fleetwood 2, Walking 0. And
Umtiti is saying he got the ball. And as the decision went against Barcelona, Umtiti hands on his head, crouches down. I can't believe it. Free kick Chelsea.
Hazard has a really clever skill of putting his body between opponent and ball. To force Umtiti into making a challenge, Chelsea win a free kick.
Described that brilliantly, Andy. Just watching the replay there, it's exactly what Hazard did. He knew Umtiti was coming, cleverly won the free kick. Fabregas plays it forward. It's headed up by Jordi Alba, back to Umtiti. And then across to Piqué. I notice he's got a little white bandage around his right knee. Gerard Piqué. In fact, quite a number of injuries actually this season, Barcelona. Not least Dembele, who was the second most expensive player in football history when he was signed from Borussia Dortmund and has barely played. He is on the bench this evening, Ousmane Dembele. Brentford are now 3-0 up on Birmingham. Neil Maupay has scored their third goal, and Tranmere 1, Macclesfield 1, equaliser for Tranmere, and that came at the top end of the National League. Piqué wins a header on the halfway line, and the officials work out between.
Don't know why the hell crowd booing for like don't know why.
0-0. And
no idea.
After Chelsea came on much more strongly at the end of the first half, the second half has developed very much like the first. Early Barcelona pressure, and then Hazard.
Oh, come on. Hey guys, come on. Come back, please. Come on. Come back. I know it's funny, but you can do that. It's normal football life.
As soon as Rakitic picked it up, instantly looking for Messi. Kanté doing what he does very well.
Just shut up, man.
Just checking his shoulders, making sure that he's aware of where Messi is, and just denies that pass from getting to him.
Really Between scoring goals. Oh, come on, please come back. Come on.
So it is very tight between
No,
these
it's boy, but
as things stand, it's
no
very much
full
alive for the
alive.
second leg on March the 14th.
That's
Here's Suarez. We'll bring that to you live from the Luca. Oh,
to
great
it.
turn from Suarez against Christensen. Victor Moses was there as the second line of defence slid in and blocked it out for a corner.
He does that so well, Luis Suarez. Remember him, he's in the red shirt at Liverpool. And he very tight situations turn and evade people and evade challenges and nutmeg people right in the wide areas. Just another example of how well he did that there. Skipped past Christensen and in the end, Rudiger across to deny him.
Yes, he is tireless, Luis Suarez. It's a corner then. The Catalonian flag is lifted in the air behind Rakitic.
Right, there's a goal coming in the championship. Brentford 4, Birmingham 0. Jesus, Brentford 4, Birmingham 0. Fuck now.
Take it into his stride, get a little touch, but Jordi Alba got there, and it was back to Ter Stegen.
And there's a goal coming in the National League. Champion 0, wait, Champion 1, Macclesfield 2.
Jordi Alba dealt with it very calmly and very efficiently.
Yeah, I mean, he's ferociously quick, Jordi Alba. Really is. Whenever Chelsea are defending a set play, he's the one that stays back and makes sure that he's man-marking Eden Hazard. Should Chelsea get the chance to clear their lines and transfer the ball into the Belgian, Jordi Alba's the one who's denying him space.
Brentford have scored another goal against Birmingham City. It's 4-0 now. Griffin Park to an own goal. Mark Roberts on goal. And Macclesfield are in front.
And there's a
2-1. Here's
centre player. And there's a Gateshead is down to 10 men.
And Jordi Alba is saying that was deflected behind, and the assistant on the far side, well, one of the assistants, either the one behind, certainly the assistant, is flagging, and it is a corner.
Yeah. Okay, Jordi Alba flying past Iniesta when he's got the ball at his feet. kept going, and eventually waited for a really clever scoop little pass. That's pretty Quetta it is, who does well to mop it up. It hits Victor Moses and just goes out for a corner, which Rakitic will swing in.
Rakitic then with the corner into the edge of the 6-yard box, which is caught by Courtois. And he very gratefully, with two hands, underarms it out to Fabregas, who hits a pass to Hazard on the halfway line. Both Willian and Pedro want it. Hazard does go for the high crossfield pass, which Willian backs away from as it bounces down, and then a lovely touch back to Moses. Fabregas turns, Busquets quickly closes him down. Now Kante is going to have a little foray forward. They wanted him to shoot the home supporters as he attacked towards the Matthew Harding stand. Still 0-0. Alonso now stands up tall. Hazard is available on the left-hand side. He's up against Piqué. Hazard pulls it back onto his right foot. Again, still on his right foot. Back to Alonso. Little touch from him. Pedro. Square from Pedro to Fabregas. Oh, Fabregas completely scuffs it.
And there's a goal coming in the championship. Middlesbrough 3, Hull City 1.
It's a corner. It's actually a poor strike from Cesc Fabregas. I think it's on Titi. It might have just taken a little nick off him. Certainly Chelsea have got that one. Now here's an opportunity. We haven't seen too many Chelsea corners. A chance now.
Which is taken short by Chelsea. And Hazard curls it. Willian on the edge of the area. To his right. Chelsea! This time Willian would not be denied. He hit both posts in the first half. This time he finds the bottom corner. And Chelsea are in front at Stamford Bridge against Barcelona. 1-0.
Brilliant. No player deserves that more.
Definitely, I want to hear that as well.
Desperately unlucky twice in the first half, but this time he trusts himself once more. He's unmarked on the edge of the box. When the ball arrives to him, it's a corner that's taken short. It's not to him on the edge of the box, and he's got plenty of time to take a touch. Again, throwing that clever little shimmy and work it onto his right foot. And from about 20 yards, he curls that cleverly, really cleverly, along the floor, hard and low, giving Ter Stegen absolutely no chance. It might go through a little bit of traffic to unsight the goalkeeper, but the accuracy is there for everyone to see. Brilliant.
Goal coming in championship. Sheffield United 2, QPR 1. Wait, they did want QPR to score. I didn't know when Chelsea to score. Well, no.
Ernesto Valverde has brought on Alex Vidal as Umtiti is fouled by Willian. And
oh, well. Shit, that was not meant to happen.
Yeah, it's Paulinho that's the player that's made way. Alex Vidal will play in a more forward position. He can do that. Played as a wing back before, accomplished right back as well. So they should be linking up nicely, Sergio Roberto and Alex Vidal, but they need more dynamism. They need a little bit more Barcelona. Every time Messi gets the ball, you expect something to happen.
There's a goal queen in National League. Maidenhead 2, E3 1. And then the goal queen in League 2. Barnet 1, Carlisle 0.
Chelsea Barcelona ties over the years, in recent years. Here's Iniesta to the edge of the penalty area, but Azpilicueta beats Suarez, plays it forward, but straight into Busquets.
Come on, Barcelona, come on! You can do this! You can't let Chelsea beat you, no way!
Yes, he's looked sharp.
Itchy
He's
foot.
really dangerous lately, hasn't he, Willian? I think he's maybe felt a little bit hurt earlier on in the season when he's had to sit and watch a fair bit as Conte has dabbled with Hazard and Morata up front. But since he's come back in recently, he's reacted in exactly the right way.
Just looking.
Oh,
come
on. Very good
on.
voice now here at Stamford Bridge. But Barcelona coming forward just outside the penalty area. Chelsea leading by 1-0. Rakitic receives it from Messi and plays it to the right-hand side. Middlesbrough now leading the whole city by 3 goals.
Then the goal queen in the Championship, Millwall 2, Sheffield 1, and goal queen in the National League, Sheffield 1, Maidstone 3, and the goal queen in the Scottish League 2, and then 1 to head to her. No one to see that. Oh, Sheffield losing to 1. No one to see that. Did not want to see that. Oh, no way. Did not want to see that at all.
Barcelona have got possession again, 1-0 down. Now they look stunned by this, and Vidal now this being booed for what was perceived with some reason as a dive, and we'll have that, I'm sure, for the rest of the game. Iniesta into Suarez. Suarez now trying to barge his way through, but not past Azpilicueta and Moses. And Moses is able to take it on and clear it all.
The goal coming in the Scottish League.
Yeah, they do this clever. A fast ball into Hazard's feet, little flick round the corner. Just too far in front for him to grab hold of it. Instead scored that second goal for Middlesbrough, so they're 3-1 up against Hull City. Sheffield United 2, QPR 1. Goal back from Luke Freeman for Ian Holloway's side. Millwall 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Steve Monson with a second goal for Millwall, and the latest in League 2. Bottom of the table, Barnet are winning 1-0 against Carlisle. So we're almost 3/4 of the way through this first leg. It is 1-0 to the home side. Bayern Munich winning 2-0 against Besiktas. Besiktas down to 10 men early on in the first half. So they're in control there. And really now for Chelsea, how valuable would it be if they were able to stop Barcelona from scoring? Messi though on the edge of the penalty area. He's in the D. Plays the ball to the left-hand side towards Jordi Alba, who crosses. Azpilicueta rather snatched his clearance, but it was effective, and it's deflected out of play for a throw-in. No, it's
hello, Oliver Hobbs. Welcome to live stream. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Hello, the goal queen in European Champions League. Bayern Munich 3, Besiktas 0, and National League FC 2, Leyton 1.
Amazing. Here's Busquets. Ball out towards the right-hand side. Going to go to Villa Park in a moment, but Messi in a position where he could cause danger. Busquets now to Iniesta. Iniesta strokes it square to Busquets. Chelsea have everyone apart from Hazard almost in their own area, and then the cross from Vidal on the right-hand side is also hit. So let's go straight to Villa Park and Chris Wise.
And you might be able to tell by the noise that surrounds me here at Villa Park that the home side has scored. Lewis Grabban with the goal. Coolly converting, sliding the ball down the middle for his first Villa goal from the penalty spot. But John, I have to tell you,
Aldershot and Barcelona. Well, bad news, Oliver. Well, Barcelona losing 1-0 and Aldershot. Not sure about Aldershot yet.
So Rob Schofield has his eye on those pictures.
Yeah, Thomas Muller has made it 3-0 now to Bayern. There was
Yeah,
a danger
Aldershot losing 1-0 and Barcelona is losing 1-0 as well. So bad news, Oliver.
From a yard out. So many questioning his role in the team before this game. He's answered his critics here. 2 for him, 3 for Bayern. Tie almost over. 23 minutes of this first leg to go.
This one is quite finely poised. Chelsea winning
oh,
by 1 goal to 0.
Shit.
So
that.
Now taking the ball from the edge of his own penalty area over the halfway line and giving it to goal scorer Willian. Willian now approaching the box, trying to play it back into Kante to the door deflection.
Opening the championship. That's the fair one. Preston 1. And goal coming in the National League. Maidenhead 3. Easily 1.
Willian's actually taken a deflection right full in the face.
He has dropped to the ground, sitting on his backside in the penalty area. I don't think he'll need treatment. Oh yes, he's going to receive treatment. I might just run you through the latest scores in the championship. Now that Willian is receiving treatment, and we have a moment to breathe. 20 minutes to play here at Stamford Bridge. So it's Aston Villa 1, Preston 1, Barnsley 0, Burton 2. Brentford 4, Birmingham 0.
Goal coming in the National League. Carlisle 1, Macclesfield 0, and Chester
and Bolton 1, Sunderland 0 in the 8 o'clock kickoff.
Leyton 1. What team do I like? I like Barcelona and Sheffield Wednesday. Those are the teams I like.
In League 1, Fleetwood 0, Portsmouth 1, Shrewsbury 1, Gillingham 0. The latest scores. Shrewsbury win that, they'll be back on top of the table. Williams just being led off the field. They'll be back on very shortly. And in League 2, Cambridge United 1, Notts County 0, Crewe 0, Exeter 0, and Barnet 1, Carlisle 0. On he comes, William. Mr. Popular now. 2 goals on Friday night against Hull City, and actually, remember how he took those goals?
Yeah.
Took those goals. Brilliant. 1 left foot, 1 right foot. And here this goal scored by William following the corner. She said at the time, Andy, just a lovely shimmy, a drop of the shoulder, creates space.
Yeah.
What, 22, 29 something like that. And it bent into the bottom corner.
Certainly did. Struck it beautifully. He's been Chelsea's best player, been the most dangerous player. He's been the one player that, when he's picked the ball up, he's tried to be ultra positive. He's had a little bit more room than perhaps Hazard in particular, but he's made the most of it. Been very effective tonight, Willian, and of course having to put in the mileage up and down, getting him back, sitting on top of Victor Moses, covering for him when he has to. So, a stirring performance from him so far, but not over yet. Still a lot of work to be done.
This is 11th goal of the season as Rudiger comes across.
I know, Oliver. Seen it last night. Don't know how Man City lost 1-0 against Wigan. Don't know. Just did it.
Puts his fingers through William's hair, which I'm not entirely sure was endearing. I think it had more of the patronising about it, as the ball is deflected out of play on the far side of the field. So with 11 goals, Williams scored just 1 less than Morata this season. I wonder if we will see either of them, Morata or...
He's coming over to get...
Yeah, you can see the blood, can't you, on his bottom lip as he runs towards us here. And he's had to leave the field again temporarily. Antonio Conte has a little look at that. You can hear that's Antonio Conte whistling with some instructions, telling his team what to do while Williams not on the field. Here's Messi, Barcelona's irrepressible number 10. Now Busquets to Iniesta on the left-hand side. Jordi Alba's ball deflected into the D on the edge of the box. Messi in with a challenge. Now the ball is caught underneath Messi, who falls down under pressure from Fabregas. No free kick. Some pressure here from Barcelona. Jordi Alba puts his foot on it. They're wanting Willian back onto the field, but Iniesta now will run into the penalty area. This is dangerous. Deflects across the box. It deflects back for Fabregas, who's able to pass it away very coolly to Willian, who's has a high foot by Busquets on Fabregas. But because Fabregas was leaning forward, that wasn't given as a free kick.
Just stooped down a little bit, didn't he, says Fabregas, and Barca got the benefit of the doubt. Thankfully, Chelsea have managed to mop that up, but again,
There's a goal coming in, there's Scottish C2. And then 1, Peter 3, and Barton 0, Green knock 1.
Free kick, Barcelona take it quickly. This is the Barcelona team, remember, that has lost precisely 1 match since August in all competitions. And they're 1-0 down here at Stamford Bridge. In the last 16 of the Champions League. This time
So I don't know what happened to
him.
I'll go and help him then.
Against Manchester United. And then at the weekend, Premier League commentary and Six Nations commentary. We've got the Calcutta Cup and the Carabao Cup final on Sunday afternoon. 5 live place to listen to that when Manchester City will be back in action after last night's dramatic events in Wigan. Here's Messi, who plays the ball forward. It's blocked back though to Aston. Releases Willian down the right-hand side. Conte's available in the middle. Willian to the edge of the box. And Willian is challenged by PK. And he couldn't find the pass.
And there's a goal to be in League 1. Fleetwood 0, Portsmouth 1, 2.
I'm going to take the responsibility and go myself. You know, I think he could have just bent it around the last defender and put it in.
Goal to be in League 1. Fleetwood 0, Portsmouth 2.
Here says no penalty, and Suarez is on his feet, punching the air in frustration and anger. Oh, Iniesta's won it back from Azpilicueta. Messi scores! It's 1-1.
Yes, come on, Barcelona.
Appearances against them. Messi has scored against
Yes, come on, Barcelona. Yes.
It was careless. Sloppy. And Barcelona have made Chelsea pay. It's 1-1.
Yep, Barcelona scored, Oliver. Yes. Yes!
Perfectly controlled stroke side put from about 12-14 yards out.
1-1. Getting there, Barcelona.
It really was. I think
come on.
Christensen who went to ground trying to pinch the ball. The ball ends up coming right the way across from the left side across the 18-yard box.
Scottish C2. And then
so 2. Christensen dives in to try and get it. Iniesta rolls it back to Messi, and he dispatches it cruelly into the net. Is it Azpilicueta, John? Azpilicueta is who tries to lunge in and pinch the ball, but it's an unnecessary ball. They played a square ball right away across the 18-yard box to nobody. To nobody. Azpilicueta dives in instead of maybe stay on your feet. Stay on your feet. He's a great defender. He could have forced, he could have worked Iniesta into another area. Once it comes back to Messi, he's going to score. He's not going to miss that.
Lionel Messi.
Scored by Lionel Messi.
Brilliant reaction as well.
He scored by Messi. Number 1, my favourite number 1 player. And Suarez is my number 2 favourite player.
You certainly do one against them. As we said with Mark
Messi.
Chelsea over the years, but that is
yes, right, Maidstone is down to 10 men in the National League.
You cannot keep him down. Willian has got a real problem here in that it's continued to bleed either from his nose or from his mouth. I don't know whether he's got a problem with a tooth perhaps as well. And Suarez has been yellow carded for some part in.
I think it was for the way he gestured.
Oh, thank you, Oliver. Thank you, Oliver Hobbs, for subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much for the subscription.
The assistant referee got himself a yellow card after the goal and all the celebrations.
Do you know what? I wonder whether, because that was in the immediate lead-up to the goal. I wonder if that just unsettled Chelsea.
Do you know, look, when you're playing against Barca, if the little man produces a bit of magic and goes
now let's see if Barcelona can score again. If they can score again, but I'm not too sure if they will. I'm not too sure about that. I'm pretty sure they can, but I don't know yet.
And in the end, Azpilicueta dives in trying to get a foot on it. Iniesta picks it up and rolls it back.
In the National League, there's a goal coming in the National League. Halifax 1, Hartlepool 0.
Willian now plays it across to Moses, right side of the area. Moses tried to find a shooting position, but Jordi Alba did very well. Recovered, blocked it, and the ball's bounced out of play for a goal kick. Goal kick, but still there.
Potential opening there for Chelsea, and we've got, let's have a look, 12 minutes to play. Second half's whizzed by, hasn't it?
It has whizzed by. Nice whizzed past for me. I love watching these sort of, intriguing battles, as well as admiring the quality when the game kicks
12
up
minutes
and the
left to
tempo
play.
raises.
Let's see if Barcelona can score again.
Teams are trying to nullify each other, how they're trying to counteract, how they're trying to outwit each other. It's always a fascinating watch.
Did you think Suarez had a case?
Oh, sugar. Hang on. Fair.
Against Azpilicueta. Chelsea just looking a little rattled here, and needs the experience of Fabregas. Azpilicueta, who was protesting. The free kick, Barcelona moved it about 10 yards on from where it needs to be taken. And Jordi Alba is going to take it back towards Busquets.
11 minutes left to play.
And Rakitic now towards the left-hand
Oh,
side.
goal coming in the Championship. Barnsley 1, Burton 0, Burton 2. Yeah, that's Oliver. Goal, Barcelona. That was Oliver. One question. Can Barcelona score again? Can they? In the next 11 minutes, can they? Can we score again? To knock Chelsea out? Oops. Really? What the fuck?
On this occasion, himself and his lip.
Well, we have to see and wait. If they do, score again, Oliver.
It bounces down for Vidal, who will pass it forward to Sergio Roberto. That's me. Rudiger puts in that challenge at pace on the halfway line, which has given us a free kick and a yellow card. I guess it was the force that Rudiger went in for the challenge, but he took the ball, he took out Sergio Roberto as well. Yeah, he took a little bit of pushing and shoving, which isn't too serious. It's not Manchester City, we're going to drop time.
Goal coming in a European Champions League. Bayern Munich 4, Besiktas 0.
He makes contact with the ball and he kind of rolls over the top of the ball a little bit and sure enough
and goal coming in League 1, Fleetwood 1, Portsmouth 2, Halifax 2, Hartlepool 0.
Just a bit of a clumsy challenge, but he did make contact with the ball, but not enough, I think, to convince the referee it wasn't a little bit reckless.
Andy Townsend with us on BBC 5 Live here in the Champions League live from Stamford Bridge, where it's 1-1. Lines are open for the 5 Live Football Social 085909 693. Another thrilling night's football as Alonso plays the ball back to Courtois, who had to clear quickly. We are going to see Morata coming on very shortly now for Chelsea. So Mark Pugac,
come on, Barcelona, you can do this. You can score again. I believe in you guys. Come on. Next 10 minutes, well, next 9 minutes left in the game. Come on, Barcelona.
He's away from Busquets. He's over the halfway line. He delivers it to Hazard now. Hazard, right side of the penalty area. 2 Barcelona players with Eden Hazard. So he has to turn and give it back to Moses.
Come on, Barcelona. You can do this. I believe in you guys. I know you can score again. To kick Chelsea out.
The little ball down into the full-back position. Pedro looks to cross. It's blocked. It's just kept in by Umtiti. The crowd are saying he didn't keep it in. And the assistant, and I think the assistant for the assistant, have told the referee that it is a corner to Chelsea, which they've taken short. And Hazard now plays to the back post. Rudiger, it's down. But it bounces up for Rakitic, who's able to chest it on the jump and clear it.
I'm sorry, that was how much.
4-0 against Besiktas, and Robert Lewandowski has got in on the act. 2 goals for Thomas Muller in that match, as Suarez is fouled on the halfway line. He's looking at the referee, who looks towards us.
8 minutes left. Come on, Barcelona. Come on, Barcelona, you can do it. You can score again in the next 8 minutes. Come on.
He hasn't been his most influential tonight, Pedro, with the ball, but you're right. In terms of work rate for the team, he's been very generous.
I don't know if this will go into extra time or not.
Being prepared by Antonio
What are they doing extra time or not?
Was involved in the Champions League at this stage last season, remember?
Oliver, come on. Really, Oliver, come on.
When Leicester City famously
Really, Oliver, tonight go away. Come on. Come back, Oliver. Oliver, come on. Come back.
England's only representatives
in the latter stages of the Champions League. This season, for the first time, any country has 5 clubs in the last 16. And we are taking a call. 085 909 693. Get in touch at 5 Live Sport. But we have 7 minutes of this exciting first leg to play. Moses wins a free kick near the halfway line.
And since Morata has come on, Morata gone very much up top on his own. Hazard off the right side now. William still over on the left hand side.
Goal coming in at League One. Shrewsbury 1, Gillingham 1. Same Oliver, I hope. Yeah, same Oliver, I hope Messi do score again in the next 6.5 minutes.
30 years old now.
Hoping in the next 6.5 minutes.
Composed in possession, doesn't panic, does he? Says Fabregas. Rarely makes a poor
in
decision
the National
when in
League.
possession of the ball.
4-1.
I think he's played very well, played effective football tonight for his team. Interesting whether he plays in the
Come on, Barcelona, you can do it. Come on, I believe you guys. Sergio Messi, I believe you, Messi as well. Come on. Next 6 minutes left. Next 6 minutes left. Come on.
Runners way past Titi, and again, a little in the manner that Andy Townsend described earlier. He knew Titi was coming quite.
He scored on an 89th minute.
Chelsea fans are a little frustrated.
Let's see if Messi does score on an 89th minute. Let's see if he does.
Gillingham have equalised against Shrewsbury, so it's 1-1. Fleetwood 1, Portsmouth 2.
Goal green in League 2. Barnet 1. Carlisle 1.
5 minutes plus added time to play. Chelsea would love a lead to take to Barcelona next month. William with the free kick, who doesn't deliver it into the area. He angles it to the left-hand side, and it's played back towards William. And William now, challenged by Iniesta, plays it square. Moses scuffs a shot. Well, they're claiming it took a touch amongst the crowd of players. And in fact, when the referee gives the goal kick, the referee is going to book certainly Morata for running towards him and protesting that it should have been a corner. Was it just one of them who was booked there?
It looks like it.
You see the short, you see the flourish the card twice, didn't he?
It did.
And there was more than one player running at him.
I mean, certainly the Chelsea players are protesting. They thought it was a Barcelona deflection. Should have been another corner.
Jesus. Brentford is like 5-0 up. My God. What has Brentford been doing today? Into like 5-0 up already. Fucking hell. And then 3. Heat ahead 3. Silly are they? Seeing this. Brentford 5. Birmingham 0. My God. No, Birmingham are worst team because they're nearly at the bottom of the table. Birmingham is out of the championship. Come on, Barcelona, you can do it.
Played across towards Danny Drinkwater. Drinkwater passes it slightly behind Moses, who has to retreat, running just in front of where Antonio Conte, all in black with the shiniest of shiny shoes.
Goal coming in Scottish League 1, Stress, Bromley 1, Arbor 4. Gotta agree with you with you, Oliver. But Brentford are a good team because they're winning 5-0 against Birmingham. Because Birmingham, well, I can tell you one thing with Birmingham. They're not a good team. They're not a good team. They're a worse team because I nearly do. They're like sitting in a near the relegation spot nearly.
The two of them, Suarez is lying on his side with his left leg outstretched, touching his calf, ankle, and Jordi Alba is still rolling around. And well, clearly some Chelsea supporters either side of this here
feel that Barcelona are swinging the lead here.
Yeah, I mean certainly the contact on Jordi Alba from Victor Moses was totally
in the Championship. Nottingham Forest won, Reading won, and 2 minutes to play left.
No real genuine contact. Suarez going down.
That was Oliver, you say that Messi might score on the 89th minute. Well,
if the ball comes up to him, he'll be onto it like a flash in a moment.
Well, let's see if it does happen.
That has been spotted. The Spanish journalist and broadcaster Guillaume Balaguer has said, quote, perhaps the worst FC Barcelona in a decade. Lack quality from the midfield on. From the midfield on? That's Messi and Suarez, isn't it?
Well, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
Well, that's a talking point, isn't it? 085 909 693. We've still got a stoppage here, and Chelsea are now complaining to referee Chakia that they've made so much of this. Jordi Alba has come off the field.
It might not happen now, the goal.
Suarez is okay.
Yeah, you could see that, Oliver, because, well, I don't know what the hell's going on right now down at Stamford Bridge.
He knows exactly what he's doing there, Busquets. Hazard sprinting away from him on the halfway line. No chance, you're not going anywhere. Little trip, little leg dangled out. Hazard goes over. Yellow card from the referee, correct decision.
How many times over the years do you think Busquets has been yellow carded for a foul like that?
The master
well,
at taking one for the team.
Bayern Munich 5, Besiktas 0. Wow, like Bayern Munich, like a very good team, like beating Besiktas 5-0, 5 goals. My God, not just Brentford, even Bayern Munich is a very good team as well, winning 5-0. Wow. Then guys say 1, AFC fly.
Here is Morata, thanks to Iniesta, who just whacks it downfield. So Chelsea can start again.
Right. Let's do the how many?
Now 5-0 up on Besiktas, so I think we can.
Right, I don't know how many minutes been added on yet. What is that? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is happening with 5-0. And Brentford is winning 5-0 against Birmingham, and Bayern Munich is winning 5-0 against Besiktas. I don't now got a clue out of it, that's all. And plus, I don't know how many minutes been added on yet. So I ain't got a clue. Hello.
33 years young. Gets a little kiss from Jordi Alba, that's nice.
What?
And he applauds to the Barcelona fans.
What
the? Some people are booing. I presume that's booing because he's taking so long to come off, as opposed to
he's walking off.
His players are now at time.
Correct. He's just wandering off the field. Andre Gomez now taking his place. That's more of a substitution, just to.
Silva 91st minute, and Silva, I don't know how many minutes been added on yet. I don't know. Villains.
Euro 2016 winner with Portugal is on into the midfield. We've got 90 seconds left of the 90 minutes, and it is Chelsea 1, Barcelona. Do join us on March the 14th in the new camp, or the Camp Nou, when we'll bring you commentary on what should be a very interesting second leg. A tall order for Chelsea. But isn't it always for any team that goes there? Busquets plays the ball out, he's caught by Drinkwater, and the referee spotted it. And Crewe have taken the lead against Exeter, a late goal. Crewe 1, Exeter
League 2, Crewe 1, Exeter 0.
Near the centre circle. Busquets uses Sergi Roberto.
Come on, Barcelona.
One more attack. 45 seconds to play. Chelsea have got to be strong here. I mean, Antonio Conte will be furious with the way that the goal was conceded. Just when Chelsea were in a position.
Come on, Barcelona, you can do it. Come on, I believe in you. Me and Oliver believe in you guys. Come on, Barcelona, you can do this. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's right, Oliver. See you. Yeah, that's right, Oliver. You say it. Come on.
Kante playing it back to Courtois. 10 seconds to go.
Up 10.
Morata wins the ball illegal. He used his arm. Bounced up, came off Morata's arm. He's already been yellow carded. He's putting his shirt down, saying it was his chest. Free kick taken quickly by Barcelona. The time is almost up here.
Deflected onto his hand. I mean, that was very cruel, I think. It gives Barcelona one last chance potentially to create something.
This is the last attack.
Barcelona got one more chance. Come on. Made that chance into goal. Come on. One more chance.
And they will take their chance at home. Indeed, they will. It'll be 1-1.
Right, that'll do, Oliver. 1-1.
Resumes in Barcelona on March the 14th after a very well contested first leg.
You don't even hear that, Oliver, but second leg will be on March the 14th. The second leg.
Chelsea had their moments, of course, where they had to tough it out.
Which Chelsea live doing it then.
They got the lead. They got themselves in front with a brilliant goal from Willian, who I think was the pick of the Chelsea bunch this season. But then carelessly, needlessly, sloppily handed Barcelona a
so the second leg will be on March 14th. 14th of March, the second leg, Oliver. And I'm hoping Barcelona to win in the second leg on 14th of March. And how fuck. My neck is killing me.
Remarkable record. Very interested to hear what people have got to say on 0885 909 693 about the quality of this Barcelona side. But the fact that they've lost once since
14th of March. Let's see what will happen on 14th of March. The second leg between Chelsea and Barcelona. It will be with Barcelona and Chelsea. Second leg.
That sort of record. In recent seasons in the Champions League, Barcelona, with that attacking prowess that they've had before, have come up a little bit short. They've often given themselves too much to do after the first leg. They were always going to tread a little bit carefully here. There's not been the happiest ground for them over the years. So, quite rightly, they paid Chelsea the ultimate respect with the way that they set up and went about their game in the first half. But again, it will be a different Barcelona, I'm sure, in the Nou Camp, John, in a couple of weeks.
On 14th of March, which I don't know when that would be, but
so this is what we're going to discuss in the next hour or so on 0885 909 693 85058 on the text at 5 Live Sport on social media. What have Chelsea got to fear in the return in the Nou Camp? Frankly, on the basis of that, is Willian as good as Eden Hazard? Is he as equally important as Eden Hazard? And this tweet from Guillaume Balaguer, the renowned Spanish journalist, who tweeted this evening, perhaps the worst Barcelona in a decade, lack of quality from midfield on. Andy, the astonishing thing is, and as I said at the start, we've been privileged, and lots of people at home would have watched or listened to Barcelona for well over a decade. I can only remember two chances. Paulinho header in the first half and the goal. That's why we're watching him going, this doesn't look terribly like Barcelona.
No, but again, this is a two-legged affair. I think they're mindful of what happened to them against Paris last season when they had to produce an extraordinary night to turn it round. I mean, it's a Barcelona team that have learned from previous experiences that they can't just necessarily come flying out the box and expect to go and knock in.
You're hearing this, Oliver? Like Aldershot has equalised, so I know it's Aldershot 1, Bromley 1. You heard that, Oliver?
But they had to tread very, very carefully, particularly with the quality of
Aldershot 1,
so you would anticipate
Bromley 1.
a different Barcelona in the return?
On their own patch, of course you would. I would
It's
definitely
so you can
anticipate
see it, Oliver.
Barcelona. I think, yes, you will see. I think
Yep, that's right. Yes, Aldershot.
Chelsea will have to
equalise
even harder than they did tonight
in the 92nd minute.
Chelsea might need a 2-2 like last time in the semi-final.
Bayern Munich have hammered Besiktas 5-0, as John says. Probably all the ties are over already. Not this one. 1-1 tonight. JC said, just had to be in the script. The Messiah delivers. Show says, so bad from Chelsea. Give a Barca who haven't been a threat all night.
Sunderland fans, why is Chris Coleman struggling to make impact on where side?
Calm finish from Messi. And Ayo says, so what's left on Messi's bucket list in English football? Maybe scoring at Stoke on a Tuesday night, perhaps. We talked about Christensen before the game, Andy. To pass the ball that distance across his own penalty. It's not like he passed it 5 yards. He passed it
the best part of the width of the penalty area across from that position.
And it's such a dangerous area. And unnecessary. You're one up. Then all of a sudden, your experience tells you don't have to take any unnecessary risks. You really don't. There's always an element of risk attached to playing to try and knock the ball from one side of your 18-yard box, pretty much right the way across to the other side, along the floor. It's not like he's hit it right up in the air, trying a big diagonal switch. He's knocked that across the floor to nobody, and in the end, Azpilicueta has dived in to try and rescue the situation, and effectively they've handed Barcelona's goal to them right on a plate.
Anonymous text, yes, Barcelona level, but you can't say they've been anywhere near the impressive team advertised. Well, that's interesting. We're debating about that Andy feels inevitably at home they will be very different. Kieran says, bring on Morata after 82 minutes, too late. Chelsea had already thrown the game away when that happened. And Ross says, Drinkwater never going to be a game changer. Chelsea playing for 1-1. That's poor. Let's go to Rob Schofield, who's been keeping an eye on Bayern Munich, where that early sending off has really altered the nature of the game in the Allianz Arena.
Yeah, absolutely. Bundesliga leaders pretty much through to the quarterfinals after 90 minutes at the Allianz. It was always going to be a tough task for Besiktas playing 75 minutes with 10 men. But Thomas Müller broke the deadlock just before the break. Kingsley Coman's second shortly after things started to look ominous from there on in. Müller's second, 25 minutes from time, all but killed the tie off. And Lewandowski just had time for a brace before the final whistle. So that definitely killed the tie off. Bit of a statement this to Europe's slightly more glamorous teams. German side at their ruthless, efficient best. Bayern Munich 5, Besiktas 0.
In the Championship, they're still playing at Villa Park, deep into stoppage time there. We'll go to Chris Wise shortly. It's 1-1 Villa and Preston. And deep into stoppage time at Millwall. There was a lengthy delay because of an injury. Millwall have come from behind to lead Sheffield Wednesday 2-1. It is all over at Villa Park. Chris Wise.
No one see that.
Villa 1, Preston 1. Barkhuizen with that first half goal for Preston. Villa equalising in the second period through a very debatable penalty which Lewis Graben converted for his first Villa goal. Preston marginally the better side. Remember, both had a chance to jump up a place in the table tonight, but each have missed their opportunity. So Villa stay third. Preston not into the top 6. Villa 1, Preston 1. Big win for Burton Albion at Oakwell tonight. Barnsley 1, Burton 2. Brentford have hammered Birmingham 5-0. These are all full times now. Middlesbrough 3, Hull 1. Nottingham Forest 1, Reading 1. Lake Forest equaliser at home there through Lee Tomlin. Sheffield United 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1, and still playing at Bolton where they kicked off.
I was hoping QPR would win 2-1 against United, but
it's Bolton 1, Sunderland 0. In League 1, a couple of results: Fleetwood 1, Portsmouth 2, and Shrewsbury paid back by Gillingham at home. 1-1 it finished there. In League 2, it's finished Cambridge 1, Notts County 0, Crewe 1, Exeter 2. Exeter scoring twice in stoppage time after Crewe had gone into an 88th minute lead. But Crewe have won it 2-1 at Gresty Road, and still playing at Barnet a couple of minutes to go there. Looks like Carlisle's long journey back is going to be a happy one. Barnet 1, Carlisle 3. National League results: Aldershot 1, Bromley 1, Barrow 1, Gateshead 1, Boreham 1, Maidstone 0, Chester 0, Leyton Orient 1, Dover 1, Dagenham 0, Ebbsfleet 2, Woking 1, Halifax 2, Hartlepool 0, Guiseley 1, Fylde 0, Maidenhead 3, Eastleigh 1, Solihull Moors 0, Wrexham 0, Torquay 2, Sutton 3, and Tranmere 1, Macclesfield 4. Andy Townsend with us, 08085 909 693. Joe is on the line. Joe,
hiya.
What about from the selection point of view? You are happy enough with what Antonio Conte did?
Yeah and no. I think there's a few points I want to make tonight. Hiya, Andy. Hiya.
yeah, I know,
Hi, Joe.
Hiya, Mark. Right, it's the first big point I wanted to make was about the team selection with Morata. Why did they play Morata? Morata, I don't think, for me, being a Chelsea fan, did not have a very good game.
Well, he only came on late. He only came on late on, Joe.
Yeah, I know that. But for me, if I was Antonio Conte, I would have thought, right, I know Giroud is new, okay? Okay, he scored one goal, but I think he could have made the difference. Maybe. And I don't think that Pedro really fitted in the middle or up top. And I think for me, I would have put Giroud in the middle, Pedro, and Hazard. And I think that would have made the difference.
Willian was your best player.
Willian, oh my God.
Yeah, I hope Liverpool wins the Champions League. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens in the future. Let's see what happens in the upcoming days with the Champions League.
from company, I think, was slightly out.
Interesting what you say, Joe. Let's bring an Andy on here because we were talking about whether they're going to start with a traditional centre forward, either a Morata or a Giroud, or play with a false nine. Andy, how do you think it actually panned out?
Yeah, I wouldn't argue too much personally with the tactics that were deployed by the manager tonight, Joe. If you think about the game, Joe, you've got yourself in front. You've scored a great goal, and then it's careless, sloppy work. That was always the end of the field. When I looked at the team sheet tonight, I wasn't alarmed at seeing Pedro, Willian and Hazard. I was more concerned with Rudiger, Christensen and Azpilicueta. That was the area
full time for Aldershot game. Aldershot finished 1-1
the manner with which Chelsea conceded their goal.
at full time.
Yes, I was very disappointed.
We heard that, Oliver.
Disappointed. I think you were very right. I think it was either you or
We're now waiting for my team, Sheffield Wednesday, to finish. Wait, so far nothing coming through yet for Sheffield Wednesday.
I think that may be consolated.
Just lost a little bit of concentration, maybe it seemed, didn't it?
That's exactly what I think.
Yeah.
The other point I just want to make, guys, okay,
Come on, Sheffield Wednesday. Or we can equalise before it finishes.
Come on. Right? And I did notice, because I come from Exeter, you see. I'm also an Exeter supporter. Ethan Empadu, okay, he's this young Scarlet, like Oddie, but obviously I've never heard or seen Oddie play before.
Well, he's done very well in the youth teams, hasn't he?
Where's this game still going on?
Yeah. But I think Empadu would have been, I think he would have really fitted in there.
Wednesday.
Why, for me, the first point is, and I've got nothing against Empadu or Oddie, right? Why are we putting youngsters on the bench when it's a must-need game?
Well, maybe.
I don't know what your thoughts are as well, Andy, because I just don't.
Maybe the squad's just not deep enough, Andy. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, that's been a bone of contention really for the manager all season. You know, he can only put those sort of people on the bench that he feels are in the right shape and the ones that he's prepared for the game, Joe. But look, all is not lost. A lot to play for still. Chelsea still have a wonderful chance.
Thank you very much, Joe. 08085 909 693 850 58 on the text app, 5 Live Sport on social media. Andy, we gave Eden Hazard the big build-up. He was compared with Willian. He was quiet, wasn't he?
He got better, I think.
Yes, I'll see you next time, mate. Yeah, see you next time. They probably, this Saturday coming, Oliver. Right, Oliver. They see you Saturday. It'll probably be.
He didn't play poorly, he kept going.
Probably this Saturday coming.
Always made himself available.
Probably might see you.
I just felt
watch my live stream on this Saturday.
When he received the ball in dangerous areas, he could maybe have done a little bit more.
And we had that amazing 3
o'clock kickoff. It would be this Saturday. The 3 o'clock kickoff for every football team. 3 o'clock
it's like watching a horror movie, isn't it? We're sitting here thinking, oh no, they've been opened up here.
Yeah, exactly right. It was a poor decision from Christensen. It was also
you heard that, Oliver? 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. That when it kicks off.
He'd have been better off staying on his feet, trying to take Iniesta towards the byline and smother the cross. Had he have done that, who knows? Messi
you can't because you're at that party.
Home, but once the ball was cut back and you see Messi striding onto it,
that's not good.
It's going to end up in the back of the net.
Well, if you can't make it well, I say, well, I can easily just watch my live stream after. Can they just
will be that poor just watching TV interviews. Fabregas and Willian
watch it after my live stream.
As you can imagine, ES on Twitter saying this is
the
worst
see you later, Oliver.
up in the past 10 years is just an excuse used to blame the lack in quality of Barcelona tonight. They were pegged back by a frankly weaker Chelsea team, if anything. ES, we're just saying Guillaume Balaguer.
Come on, Wednesday. Come on.
He really is a Spanish football expert and knows so much about Barcelona.
Come here, Anonymous
Tech, so busy trying to stop Barcelona playing their football. We forgot how much we play our own. Far too much respect. I'm not sure about that. I don't think they showed too much respect. Chelsea, did they to Barca?
No, I don't think they did at all. I don't think they make the ball mark as much as what Barcelona do. I think it's the right tactic.
They'll do for that. They'll do.
You know, we can all live in a dreamland, in a fantasy world where you think you're going to go out there and just blast this team off to one side.
They'll do. For this live stream, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. See you guys next live stream. Made by 2 Peace out.
Difficult 2018. They haven't been absolutely.